Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
It is a great day to be alive on this Tuesday. Kyle Brust Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. My name is Ben Brust. Alongside me, Packer backer, Kyle Wallace. In his feels 24/7. What's up, Kyle?
What you mean in my feels 24/7? I feel good.
You were weird yesterday. We can call it what it is. You had a weird energy, like a sad, weird energy.
I had my flu game yesterday. I had a very bad headache. I had to play through it. Had to play through a headache yesterday.
A flu game with a...
Felt like you were still licking your wounds.
Yeah, I can feel it.
I'm still licking my wounds today, but I'm just licking my wounds without having an irritable headache.
What if Jordan Love said he had a headache?
Well,
it might be concussed, actually. It's not a good
I thought I put on a pretty good performance yesterday.
He did.
Yeah. Me and Jordan Love. We like Jordan. Only difference is Jordan wins. Well, no, Jordan used to lose too early in his career.
There it is. Kyle Wallace tying it all together.
Yeah. Didn't even make varsity for like 4 games.
Oh, no. Okay.
Yeah, he was a freshman. He didn't make varsity.
And then then he got elevated, didn't he?
I don't know. I think it was a sophomore year, but it's.
But think about the greatest basketball player of all time not making varsity almost immediately. There are chumps that make.
Maybe
how are we reliving the Michael Jordan story arc right now? Brad Nortman, longtime NFL punter, Super Bowl 50 runner-up. Anything else to add?
Just remarkable. Michael Jordan, that's all.
Favorite athlete growing up was Michael Jordan for me. I made a whole game called Hoop It Up based off of basketball and Michael Jordan.
It's one of the reasons why I love the Bucks.
What does that mean?
I made a board game called Hoop It Up.
And do you still have the board game?
No, you have to ask Mama Wallace and Papa Wallace. It might be somewhere in the basement. I don't know.
Was it any good?
Oh, yeah. Oh, it was the talk of the third grade. Miss Kuzma class, they loved that game.
Miss Kuzma?
Miss Kuzma.
Related to Kyle?
Related to Kyle Kuzma?
Oh, no. No relation whatsoever.
Alex Strofe is running the show. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and text line. This is more. YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, at ESPN Madison, and, of course, the ESPN Wisconsin app. And I'm not going to lie, not much has changed since yesterday. Licking the wounds. Mike Tomlin stepped down. Another coaching vacancy with no vacancies being filled because people are waiting on likely what's happening in 1265, likely what's happening to some coaches that are still in the playoffs, coordinators of the like. So I go right back to where we were yesterday, just in a different way. We obviously know that Matt LaFleur got a lot of blame for the second half collapse in 2 of the games, and specifically in the playoff game Saturday. What's next? It's an Ed Policy, Matt LaFleur conversation. He's got a year left on his contract. Does he ask for, what do the Packers give him from an extension standpoint? Is it the value that Matt LaFleur wants? Does he tell Ed Policy, kick rocks, he'll go get a job elsewhere? Who the bleep knows? So, Brad, you've sat in meetings with NFL coaches that have your contract in mind. They probably talked to the GM and said, GM, what do we do when this guy, his dead cap's going to kill us at the punter position?
Yeah.
Where are you at with Matt LaFleur if you're him?
You know, the dust has settled and I've thought about it. If I'm Matt LaFleur, I actually want to leave Green Bay. And I think he's going to negotiate with that type of mentality. If I was Matt LaFleur, I would go into Ed Policy's office very, very firm in negotiation. But knowing in my heart of hearts, I actually want to leave Green Bay. It's not for the reasons you guys would think.
Why is... I mean, everything's on the table.
It is.
So if you have reasons, I'm open to hear them. And if you have reasons, 800-990-3776, or thoughts or opinion on the Ed Policy, Matt LaFleur, who's next in this coaching carousel conversation, is Matt going to stay? Let us have it. We're going to let Brad...
and there's lots of reasons.
Who the hell's Brad?
KBN Nation, I want you to hang with me here. And this is no disrespect to the Green Bay Packers, but I'm literally trying to put my shoes in Matt LaFleur and think, well, wait a minute, why exactly would I want to come back to the Green Bay Packers. Let's talk about number one, right? His daily struggle with a weird dynamic with Brian Gutekunst, right? I mean, he has no say in the players whatsoever. He's not running the program. He has to answer for all these guys on his roster that he didn't even pick. It's a weird silo system, poor relationship with Goody. I would rather go to a team where I would sit at the negotiating table and say, I want input on players. I want to work side by side with the GM. I want that in my contract. He doesn't get that in Green Bay. So he's getting all of this pressure on him when he doesn't even have a good dynamic with the GM. I wouldn't want that if I'm Matt LaFleur. Let's talk about his relationship with media, fans, and players. Guys, let's just put it simply. It's a powder keg here. I mean, literally, and now going into the 2026 season, and anytime Matt LaFleur is going to be a head coach of the Green Bay Packers, it feels like his book is written. You are just waiting for the collapse. You're waiting for the failure in the big moment, and you've lost trust and faith with fans and media and probably even players. But if you go elsewhere, you have opportunity to rebuild that. Here, the minute things goes wrong, you're going to be hearing the boo birds. You're going to be hearing the boo birds and the fans. You're going to say, here we go again. His book is written in Green Bay. And that goes to what's also kind of too late to change is the culture here in Green Bay. I think he came on as a first-time head coach and sort of drafted off of, the collaborative effort with Aaron Rodgers. He never really took his imprint to say, you know what, I need to establish a culture here. He just sort of inherited the Packer culture, never really had his opportunity, or he never made an opportunity to do that. It's too late now. As we talked about, he is like that parent that is now trying to be tough when they've been your buddy this whole time. So with being here, he won't be able to change the culture here in Green Bay.
So I have book is written on him.
So book is written. So bad dynamic with the GM, right? Yep. That's something you don't want as a head coach. The book is written, right? The minute things go wrong, you're going to get the reaction. It's too late for a culture change here. It's just too late. You have the same verbiage to the same guys. It won't resonate. But elsewhere, you have a blank slate, a blank canvas, an opportunity to do that. And let's talk about Matt LaFleur as his ability as a head coach. Guys, let's just face it. He's a better developer than he is finisher. He is a better developer than he is finisher. He resurrected Aaron Rodgers. He developed Jordan Love. He even developed Malik Willis, who people said he couldn't play football.
That was a quote.
He
doesn't know football. Can't play football.
He is a developer, and he is good at building teams and getting them near the top, but he's shown he can't be a finisher. But that skill set would be incredibly appreciated in so many other places. And let's talk about appreciation in other places. Here in Green Bay, he is living in the shadow and the standard of Vince Lombardi, of Mike Holmgren, of Aaron Rodgers, of Brett Favre, Mike McCarthy. The standard in Green Bay is Super Bowl. So you go 11 wins and you lose in the first round, maybe even win one game. It's not enough. It's never enough until you're a Super Bowl winning coach. But I know for a fact that all of those other jobs that are opening, teams would clamor to make the playoffs. You make the playoffs in the first year or two, woo, your seat is ice cold. You've got a long time and you've built up trust with that new fan base. He is better, or he will be more appreciated and more beloved in any of these other organizations that have lower standards than the Green Bay Packers. It's just true. So for all those reasons, I think that Matt LaFleur can go on the open market, get a juicy contract. I mean, juicy, top 5, 15 to 20 plus million, and have his seat be ice cold. And we know he'll develop. We know he'll make the playoffs, but we're not sure.
I wouldn't
he
even
can do
say
much more
ice
than
cold.
that.
I think he'd be in a recliner that is molded to his body.
He'd have say in the roster. There'd be no fans and media just waiting for him to fail. There's too many scars. There's too many issues with Green Bay. He will be beloved for another franchise. And if I'm him, I'm taking that, because let's be honest. Let's say Ed Policy gives him an extension. Let's say whatever it is, 3-4 years, makes him handsomely paid. None of us truly believe that his seat isn't hot. Like he has nothing to prove. He could sign this extension and his seat is still hot. You go elsewhere. You are beloved. You've got a good relationship with the GM. You've got roster say. You have the ability to reset the culture, probably learn from your mistake here and not doing that early enough. And you are beloved and appreciated in a way that he just won't be able to be here in Green Bay.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you this right now. This is silly and this is complete nonsense. If Matt LaFleur is going into
What?
If he's
That
going,
was so
Hang on. I just thought that it deserved hey, Brad, I appreciate all the work that you put in. Yo, that was silly and that was stupid.
Because if Matt LaFleur is going into this negotiation, his agent is going in with one foot out the door, then you know what? Ed Policy should do, he should kick his ass out the damn car and watch him tumble out the car, because there is no way he should be approaching it that way. If you want to be part of this organization, if you want to try to get us over the top, then I need both sides to come together and wholeheartedly say, this is what we're looking to do. When I look at this Packers organization, I look at what is out there. The quarterbacks that are left, Sam Darnold, Caleb Williams, Matthew Stafford, and Brock Purdy. Those are the 4 quarterbacks that are playing this weekend. When I look at my quarterback in Jordan Love, I'll take him over every single last one of them. There is still so much that this team can do moving into next season that if I am Matt LaFleur, I'm not even thinking about leaving. I'm putting in my best effort to figure out how can we finally get this team over the top. I truly believe that this team is not that far off, and I will hope that Matt LaFleur feels the same way. If he doesn't feel like he is this close to winning a championship, then you know what? Bye-bye. Go on. I want a guy that knows that they are this close and is willing to put in the work and wants to be 100% in.
I hear you on that. But to both of your points, from Brad's perspective, if he says, I have an opportunity to do X, Y, and Z elsewhere, and I don't follow the books written for me, the dynamic between me and Goody, the culture is what it is, going to be hard to change, all of those different things. And then from Kyle, if he does come back on an extension, that still is going to put him in a spot where he may believe those things. If he doesn't reach those things, his resume then goes down, and his opportunity to strike while his, number one coaching guy coming out of this 9 jobs opportunity goes away. Like say he's a down year, even with all the things. It's a possibility. You have to weigh the risk of, if I come back to Green Bay and I underachieve, this year there's 9 job openings, and if I walk away from Green Bay, I get to pick, and I'm going to get paid, and I'm at the top of the list. There's not there is that's where you have to weigh the risk. If you don't think that next year with all those things, with your book already written, then people just start saying, oh yeah, it's still the same old stale Matt. He can't win the big game. That hurts his stock from an opportunity next year where there likely isn't going to be 9 job openings, so he would have a bigger pick of the litter this year versus others.
And he's still begging for scraps when it comes to input on players, right? It's all Goody. He basically gets told, this guy's on your roster now, this guy's no longer on your roster. Matt LaFleur has leverage. He is wanted by the other teams. There is an abundance of opportunity with a scarce amount of talent as far as head coaches, and we know that he can develop. So he could go to any one of these jobs and think of what he can do to it, and he will be more beloved there than he will be here in Green Bay. The only way he can be more beloved is if he actually goes and wins a Super Bowl. If he makes the playoffs at any of these teams that haven't been in the playoffs in years, he will be beloved.
I'm like a god to these people.
That's right.
Yeah, I just think you got to look at history. Like, it doesn't always work out that way. Mike McCarthy got fired from the Green Bay Packers, went to Dallas, didn't quite work out for him. You think about Jimmy Johnson with the Cowboys, ended up leaving, and what happened? I mean,
to the Dolphins
and
how
much success did they have?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Not much.
Pete Carroll.
So now you're doubting Matt LaFleur to be able to do this elsewhere?
No, I'm not saying he can't do it elsewhere.
But you want him back?
I'm
confused.
No. I'm not saying he can't do it elsewhere, but I'm just saying, I've continued to say it ain't always better going somewhere else. Sometimes your best bet is being where you are at. Do you want to be a coach that stays here for 15 years and wins a championship with this team that you developed?
But he doesn't know if he has that luxury. He's on thin ice. If he doesn't get to the NFC Championship game, he's likely gone.
Like imagine the first time.
How do you keep him?
Imagine the first time the Packers are in the lead and they blow a lead in the regular season. Like everybody's waiting to pounce. Fans, media, probably even players alike. So
Kyle Wallace?
I think even Kyle Wallace.
I think this conversation, I do want to come back to this because Brad has laid out, if he's Matt LaFleur, here's why he doesn't want to come back. Here's why there's a better opportunity for him elsewhere. But Kyle, you bring up a point that if he is back, there's the opportunity of like, all right, you could be here for a long time, but you could not. So then if he is back, is it as simple as he has to make an NFC Championship game or he's fired? Because if he wins one game and then doesn't win the next game, it's still going to be he can't win the big game, guys. So what are the expectations if he is back? So put it on the poll. If Matt LaFleur is back next year, is it NFC Championship game or fired? That's simple. 800-990-3776. What's your standard for Matt LaFleur? Because, Brad, you laid it out as well from not even from a coaching standpoint, but from just a Green Bay organizational standpoint. The Lombardi, the Favre, the Rodgers, the McCarthy, the Holmgren, all of that, right? If he's not reaching those levels, naturally Packer fans in their brain were going to go, how come he's not this? How come he's not that? NFC Championship or fired? What's your standard? 800-990-3776, the Carbless Talk a text line. We got till 5 o'clock with you on KBN.
All day, every day. The Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year.
For over 50 years, Covenant House has been helping youth in crisis. To learn more, go to covenanthouse.org today.
Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center is teeing off the new year with another can't-miss tournament and 1,000 in cash prizes up for grabs. Hey, ESPN Milwaukee, this is Gary Ellison, inviting you to a two-man scramble at the legendary Kapalua Plantation course, all played on Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center state-of-the-art simulators. Sign up now at wisconsinindoorgolfcenter.com. It's just $120 per team, and you must get your round in by January 31st. Your chance to take on Kapalua Plantation course starts today.
It pretty much hurt doing anything. I couldn't ride a bicycle. You don't have your life because you don't have your mobility.
So when Patrick heard about QC Kinetics and their non-invasive regenerative treatments for pain, no waiting, he called them immediately.
There's no downtime. There's no rehab. That was the tipping point for me. I didn't have to take any drugs. I didn't have to rehab.
Before considering surgery, check out QC Kinetics all-natural treatment options that restore and repair damaged joint tissue in your knees, hips, shoulders, and back.
If you have knee replacement surgery, and then the knee is not yours, and there's no guarantee that that's going to be successful.
QC Kinetics. Patients around the country are raving about the results. They're getting back their mobility, taking back their lives with no downtime, no drugs, and no surgery. Don't wait. Call QC Kinetics today for your complimentary consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Can you feel it? It's the thrill of witnessing a walk-off grand slam, a game-winning touchdown, a buzzer-beating 3. Yeah, you know the feeling. And there's only one place to experience that raw exhilaration. Potawatomi Sportsbook. Catch all the action in a supreme space with dozens of sports betting kiosks, cool drinks, luxe seating, great food, fiery atmosphere, and a monster video wall. Become a legend at Potawatomi Sportsbook. More info online. Must be 21 to enter casino.
Did you know Professional Construction Inc. has an in-house team of interior designers? We're excited to bring our expertise to you with our brand new virtual interior design program. Maybe you're not ready for a full construction project, but you are ready to refresh that outdated room. Our PCI design team creates stunning photorealistic renderings, a mood board, and a curated shopping list, all delivered to you in just days.
For all your construction and design needs,
visit professionalconstructioninc.com.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Bradley Nortman, and Alex Strofe running the show. UKB Nation, as always, 800-990-3776. This is more. Strofe, I actually want to know. So I had mentioned to you for the Twitter poll, is an NFC Championship game or fired for Matt LaFleur next year? Or are you confused by that?
Because I felt as if it didn't make sense in a written context. So I changed it to championship or bust.
Oh, yeah, championship or bust. Okay.
Because in theory, he could make the divisional round and not get fired.
I said get to the NFC Championship game or fired.
Right, that doesn't make sense.
What do you mean? He either gets to the NFC Championship game. If he doesn't, he's likely fired.
Right, that's an opinion, not a question.
Well, I guess my opinion is if he doesn't get to the NFC Championship game, if he is back, he should be fired.
Right.
Does anyone disagree with me?
I do not. It's time. I mean, the fact that we're still wading in the waters of wild card round, and even the divisional round feels like it's far away. The Packers, last time they were there, it just, yes, you got the win at Dallas, and you were fighting for it in San Francisco, but you are in a championship window that does not last very long. It really doesn't. Even Goody said that. It's time they start competing for championships. This time last year, he said that, and the Packers are no closer to doing that. Jordan Love's going to be 28 years old next year, 7th year in the NFL and 4th year as a starter. And you got Micah Parsons. You've got Tucker Kraft. You got guys that should be building toward it. There is no excuse why you shouldn't make that now. Because if you fast forward, not next year, but the year after that, a lot of this drafted core will be gone. So you need to find out and strike while the iron is hot if this guy can do it. Because the big game is what is elusive to Matt LaFleur. So at least if he gets to the NFC Championship, it provides some level of credibility that, yes, he either won the wild card round or he won as the 1 seed and won the divisional round, that he can win the big game. But without getting to the NFC Championship game, it's still
That's also ultimately what I'm trying to get at, is even if he wins one game and then loses the divisional round, the narrative doesn't change about what he's been in the playoffs. The record doesn't change. You need to win 2 games in that standpoint. I don't know. I think as you mentioned, if he is back, you assume with the talent that you have at quarterback and Micah Parsons coming back next year and Tucker Kraft coming back with where you were, then yes, you should be able to get to the NFC Championship game. You should be able to put yourself in a position where you're not a 7 seed for the 4th straight year. So I'm just trying to get to a point where I want to know where the line is. If you don't want Matt LaFleur back, I understand, but there is a possibility that they do come to an agreement, that he is extended, and that he is trying to show everyone that I'm going to be here for the longest amount of time possible because I am going to do something that I've set out to do and take this team to new heights and win a championship for the first time since 2010.
Yeah, for me, when I look at this, the NFC Championship is the absolute floor for the Green Bay Packers next season. And I say that simply because some of the stuff you referred to as the fact that they bring back a lot of core players. This is a good team, and they're going to be bringing back a lot of great players. They're going to be adding some players as well, and they should be extremely hungry based off the way that they lost this year. And I want to say lost the way that they took a lot of lessons from this season that they should be able to use and catapult them into next season for the Green Bay Packers. Now, on the top of that, I'm also going to throw this in here as well. If this team gets snake bitten by injuries, outside of Jordan Love being the guy that gets hurt, I don't give a damn. If this team can't overcome injuries, then he still should get fired if they don't make it to the NFC Championship game. When you look at the teams that are now competing for an opportunity to go to an NFC Championship game this year, you're looking at all new teams. The NFC will have 2 new teams representing the NFC in the NFC Championship game and in the Super Bowl. You look over in the AFC, you got 3 or 4 new teams that are representing them, and you got a lot of young quarterbacks on both sides. And so when I look at the landscape of the NFL, Matt LaFleur and this Packers team should be competing for championships. You don't need to make an NFC Championship game in 1 year in order to say, okay, well, next year we should take that step. The NFL has showed you this season that you don't need to take steps to get there. You just need to improve each and every year and come together as a unit and find to play the best football at the right time of the season for you to have a chance. And so when I look at next season, absolutely. If the Green Bay Packers don't make it to the NFC Championship, then yes, Matt LaFleur can be, should be, and may be fired next year because this team is too dang good to waste time. We're talking about year 4 with Jordan Love at quarterback. And how well Jordan Love played this year, Jordan Love should be in the MVP conversation all next season long. So when I think about whether or not he should be fired, they don't make an NFC Championship game, I'd be okay if Ed Policy was to make that decision. I will 100% be okay because that should be the floor for how talented this team was this year because, like we've talked about, Brad, this was an NFC Championship type team this year.
It was.
It really was.
They were playing like that for 15 weeks.
Injuries derailed it, but this was that type of team. There's no reason why you can't replicate that and get better next year.
And self-inflicted wounds and losing to the Bears. Like injuries did to some degree, but they were up big, even in the third quarter of that game. So it's not just injuries. There's a lot that goes into that. But the reality is it's time that this team actually sniffs a Super Bowl. And you can't tell me that you're even in the arena. You're not even in the stadium. You're not even in the ballpark of a Super Bowl unless you're at the NFC Championship game. It's great that the Packers have made the playoffs for 6 of the 7 seasons under Matt LaFleur. That is an accomplishment in effect of that. But only getting to the divisional round, the fact that you've only been to a couple NFC Championship games, and those were early in the Aaron Rodgers tenure, you're not even sniffing Super Bowls. We could talk about how the fact that, Kyle Shanahan never won a Super Bowl and things like that. He's in NFC Championship games. He's in the Super Bowl. It's unlikely that even if things come together, that you get to the NFC Championship game, the Super Bowl, this team would not be prepared for that moment. So you need to get cracks at big games, and you need to this team needs to prove to fans and us that they're actually capable of handling big games. And you have to win the wild card round and divisional round to even get there, because we have a Super Bowl standard in Green Bay, right? It's one of the reasons why I said maybe Matt LaFleur wants to go someplace else, because you're living in the shadow of Lombardi and Favre and Rodgers.
He should want that, though.
He should want that.
He should want to be able to be part of that mystique, part of that history, be part of that legacy of guys that have their name on a street.
It's not that he doesn't want to. He's been here 7 years now. And so if he's feeling like from a head coach career, that's exactly where I'm going for. What is best for me long term? Because he doesn't need to come back to the Green Bay Packers. I think obviously if you come back to the Green Bay Packers, you have a really good shot, but that doesn't mean that it's all going to work out the way that you think, right? Based on
their championship window, and Alex Stroh said this last week, is the championship window legitimately open this season. Now, with Aaron Rodgers, 3 of the 4 years they had a championship window, he ended up getting hurt. He played hurt in the last season that he was here, and all the things went away. But now he has a brand new window, and I really believe, as Alex Stroh mentioned last week, is that this is the championship window. It literally started this year. This is the first year of that window.
Paul from Milwaukee says here, if we're talking about firing Matt LaFleur at the end of the season, why would we extend his contract? Because he would then just walk away, make somebody else. Well,
that's the difficult decision that Ed Policy's painted him. Let's say even if Hafley leaves to go get a head coaching job or something,
because there's 9 openings, and he did interview today with
Titans. Even if LaFleur comes back, whether Hafley's there or not, the expectation is there's going to be changes made, right? Special teams coach, his offensive staff. There's a lot of changes to be made. If I'm an assistant coach, why would I come to Green Bay with a coach that has 1 year on his contract? I'm just not doing it. So you either need to...
That's not going to bring in the right coaches to help Matt LaFleur get to where they need to be.
For failure. So you either need to extend him and give him some clarity and give new coaches coming in some trust that we're going to be here for a little bit. Or you need to fire him and start anew, because I love the idea of a 1-year trial. I love that, because it's like, okay, here's the pressure. I want you to be our head coach. I want you to be the highest paid head coach in the NFL. Now go earn it. Go prove it to me. But in actuality of building a staff, that's really hard to do. So that's why he's 1 year left in his contract. You either basically, in the real world, you have to extend him or you have to fire him. And that's a bad position to be in.
Which is crazy, because like was mentioned, I mean, if they say, well, we're not going to negotiate, then he quits.
He could step down like Mike Tomlin just did.
But then he can't take a job without... you can't just step down. You can't just leave. You can't just break a contract and just be like, I'm going to go coach somewhere else.
I think they would find a mutual reason to part ways.
Either mutual reason to part ways. I think you might be able to be in the media for a year and then be able to kind of start this whole thing a year later. Now you'd be less
Matty Media.
Matty Media. That hairline, it would look good now.
He ain't built for media.
It'd look good. Sure about that? He's got the look.
Yeah, he got the look, but I don't think he has the content.
Is that the substance?
Yeah, I ain't trying to listen to Matt LaFleur. I mean,
let's be honest. We'll see what's going to happen. What's going to happen in this game coming at noon out at when Jacksonville takes on the Titans in this AFC divisional matchup. Matt LaFleur, we'll see.
Yeah. I could just see in a little bit of a debate, him getting a little sassy, a little bit offended.
He'd be very limited in his analysis.
Limited.
Some of his favorite words in press conferences.
There's some other guys could do it, not him.
Tell us about our Carb List talk and text line.
Oh, well, with all this talk of the green and gold, there's one thing that I keep on coming back to that, just puts a smile on my face and allows me to just relax. That's an ice cold Carb List. And this year in 2026, it's a guilt-free option. You probably, like me, got some resolutions, want to tighten the old belt. Well, let me tell you that Carb List is guilt-free. 0 sugar, 0 carbs, 0 gluten, just 100 calories, and the oh so perfect Goldilocks level of carbonation. Not so much where it makes the stomach upset, but just enough to quench that thirst. And if this is the year where if you haven't tried carbless, or even if you have, maybe you have a couple favorite flavors, I want you to try an array of them. And you know what? Here's what I'm going to do each week, because I know I have something to look forward to. I'm going to focus on a new flavor every single week, and this week is cranberry. Cranberry flavor, I pour that red, and I see the vibrant red right there. I just know what I'm about to taste is delicious. It's refreshing. So if you haven't tried the cranberry carbless, here is your opportunity to do so. I'm going to be doing that this week and this weekend. Cranberry carbless. Make that fruit flavor come to life with the wonderful flavor of carbless. Bliss is more with carbless.
Packers Hall of Famer, Super Bowl champ, Mark Tauscher joins us next.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN.
Homer. This might be the dumbest thing that he has to have said in his career.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
When a trophy is raised, it can feel like the season's over, but on the ESPN app, it never really is. Because with more than 47,000 live events, plus originals, highlights, and coverage from every corner of the sports world, there's always something to dive into. No off-season, just everything a fan needs to keep going. Always in season, get all of ESPN all in one place. Download the ESPN app on your TV or phone today.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee. Why Z-Bart? Because you don't want rust holes in your expensive vehicle. Let Z-Bart keep the rust away with professional rust protection. Only at Z-Bart.
Well, the rumor mill surrounding the future of Packers head coach Matt LaFleur continues to swirl. Star edge rusher Micah Parsons, meeting with the media at Locker Cleanout on Monday, had quite the endorsement for the Packers head coach who just finished year number 7 in Titletown.
When I agreed to come here, you were part of the reason why I came here. I want you a part of this, and, I love you, and, I think you're a great coach.
LaFleur is entering the final year of his contract in 2026, and new president and CEO Ed Policy said before the season he would like to avoid a lame duck year. I'm Alex Stroh.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee.
Do you want your car to shine like a diamond? Then you need Z-Gloss from Z-Bart. Z-Gloss gives you a mirror finish and protects your paint from everything Mother Nature can throw at it with a 10-year guarantee. Visit zbart.com for more information.
Did you forget the first day of school is this week and little Nancy still needs her name embroidered on her backpack? Or the company shirts are due now, not next week? Maybe the boss just declared Steve's retirement party is today and the shirts are mandatory? Whatever the rush, Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more in Mequon has got you covered with fast turnarounds, no minimums, eco-friendly printing, and high-quality custom apparel. Big Frog brings your custom ideas to life fast. Stop by Big Frog in Mequon or visit bigfrog.com/Mequon. Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more, where your ideas leap to life.
The pursuit of fair wages and top-of-the-line benefits is achieved when the right union has your back. The Sheet Metal Workers Labor Union is extremely diverse, representing Wisconsinites working HVAC, architectural metals, welding, specialty fabrication, and much more. Make great living wages with outstanding benefits, pensions, and apprenticeship programs in trained, safe working environments. The Sheet Metal Workers Union is a leading force in the revitalization of the labor movement in Wisconsin.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
According to Time Magazine, Gen Z is drinking 20% less alcohol than all previous generations. Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. Over our 65 years in business, we've stayed up on all the trends, where you'll always find 2,000 varieties of beer, 4,000 types of liquor, and over 8,000 wines. We now also stock over 100 varieties and growing of THCA, CBD, and Delta-9 non-alcoholic specialty-infused drinks. So whether you're experimenting with the latest wellness trend, or you just want something in your fridge that your college kid can call you cool for, come check out our expansive selection. And while you're at it, you do deserve that bottle of bourbon. Discount Liquor in Milwaukee on 51st in Oklahoma and in downtown Waukesha on Barstow and Maine.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
And visit us online at discountliquorinc.com.
Hey Tom, I want a new hoop for the kids. Any ideas?
Yeah, I got mine from Precision Sports over 10 years ago. They helped me choose the right hoop, installed it, and even painted my court lines.
Nice. How do I reach them?
Easy. PrecisionSportsOnline.com for a free quote.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I'm not going to sit here and panic about it.
Green and Gold Hall of Famer.
It's not apples to apples. For you, it is.
Solving the world's problems one day at a time.
Everybody doesn't grow and evolve at the same time.
It's Mark Tauscher.
Did you guys hang up on me, or am I hanging up on you?
On Kyle Brust and Nortman.
Feel the rain on your skin.
What's going on, Alex Strofe? Honestly, what's going on back there?
All right,
You're laughing.
So
I'm not laughing.
I've been having issues the last few weeks. It won't let me call Tausch.
Just Tausch?
What?
Just Tausch?
Just Tausch. Everybody else I can call fine. So I tried calling him and it didn't ring. And then I sent him a text that said, "It's doing the thing again. Can you call me?" And it didn't send until just while I've been talking to you. And he just responded, "I'm ready." So I don't think he read the part where I said, "Can you call me?" So now I have to say again, "Can you call me?" So we don't have Tausch yet. Please hold.
Wow.
Why don't you call his cell phone? Like with your phone.
How's that going to get on the air?
No. I mean, why does he? If he has confusing 2 weeks in a row with him not understanding his text messages, why don't you just call and say, "Hey, Tausch, this is the plan."
That would be a good idea, Kyle, but that's why he's back there growing his career and learning day by day.
He's a better producer, but I'm a better problem solver.
Don't listen to us. Get Tausch.
Yeah, what are you doing?
What is it about Tausch's phone?
He just hung up on me.
I did see him on the phone there.
You waited too long.
He's a clock guy. You know, if he's not called right at 2:30-ish, he's a clock guy.
Strove's late.
Yeah, he's not going to be pleased. How many times do we get that old side comment like, good to see you
about
guys
time.
are on time.
Glad to be on the show. It took a while.
We got to respect his time in 2026.
That's true.
Are you going to exchange pleasantries or put him on the air, damn it?
You know Stroke love talking to people. He can't
Look at him, he's giggling up back there. Joining us now on Kyle Brust Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin.
He's yelling at me.
Is the Packers Hall of Famer, Super Bowl champ Mark Tauscher. Tausch, I apologize. Alex Strofe was pulling some Jesse Nelson shenanigans
super
today.
Annoying today. Yeah, he's super annoying. I'm just going to keep it moving.
Yeah,
keep it moving.
We'll keep it moving.
Welcome to our world.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. But he has Jesse, so it's not. We'll move on from that. Brad made the argument that if he was Matt LaFleur, he would actually go into this trying to get out of Green Bay. Brad, actually, I want you to go through your list because I think it's not. Again, you have your opinion, but I think it's an interesting way of looking at it.
I'll make it tight. And the whole premise is if I'm Matt LaFleur, if I'm stepping into Matt LaFleur's shoes, I actually want a new opportunity. I don't want to stay in Green Bay. It's nothing against the organization, but a couple quick hitters, Tausch. Not a great dynamic with your GM. Him and Goody, siloed system. He has no say in players. He can go elsewhere. Would be very much in demand. That's what we're hearing. And he could negotiate some say in players. That's a big deal. It's a powder keg here in the state of Wisconsin, Tausch. Whether it be fans or media or even players, the minute things go wrong, the minute there's a lead, the boo birds will come out and it goes, here we go again. The faith and trust is lost. It's too late for him to establish a culture. He walked in, it's on going into year 8. He still hasn't established an identity or a culture. What's he going to do now to change that narrative? He can go elsewhere with a blank slate, probably learn from his mistakes, and actually implement a culture. And honestly, Tausch, he's better at building than he is finishing. I think he's a really good developer. I think he can build a program, get him to the playoffs, but I'm not sure he's a big game coach that can actually finish. And that leads me to my final point. He's in the shadow of Lombardi and Favre and Rodgers and Holmgren and all those guys. Super Bowl's the expectation. He's not appreciated here. He could go to one of these down on our luck programs, resurrect them, bring him to the Super Bowl, and he will be absolutely beloved there with a whole lot more leash. Even if he signs an extension here, there's no telling.
And he get a fatter check elsewhere.
And he can get a fatter check
for
elsewhere.
a longer period of time.
He's still his seat is still warm. Even if he signs an extension, it's ice cold if it is somewhere else. If I'm Matt LaFleur, things look pretty good outside of Green Bay.
So I would ask you this. We have some parents here. Obviously, we've all had parents. What do your folks tell you when you start something? What do you want to do?
Well, you want to finish it, but Tausch, I mean,
Yeah, and
Is Matt LaFleur a kid or a man?
This is a man's career here, though, Tausch.
It's everything. I mean, you start something, you want to finish it. You
Tell him
don't
Super Bowl
want
champion.
someone else to come in. You don't want someone else to come in and finish what you started when you know that you can finish it in your mind. So all of the points you brought up, I think, are fair. As far as the money and everything else, if they lowball him and don't pay him, yeah, then I can understand your point. But where are you going to go in this league right now with any of the job openings that isn't going to be a massive reconstruction? You put all this work in on Jordan Love, and you have turned him into being, depending on how you want to rank it, a top 10 quarterback at worst, in my opinion, in this league. You have young talent. Yeah, maybe you don't have all the say in personnel, but maybe that's not what Matt LaFleur wants. You think Matt LaFleur wants to add more to his desk? He hasn't gotten over the hump yet. You have the defensive play. You're going to have a healthy team. You're going to have a hungry team that's coming back. You get to control your staff. You're going to be able to tweak and get the guys you want to come in. So all of that, I think there's always something about, it's better on the other side. And there's less pressure. Big-time coaches don't run from pressure. They want it. They want to have these expectations. And I would think Matt LaFleur, if anything, everybody is saying, he's a great regular season coach. What can he do in the postseason? Any of these jobs, you don't even know if and when you'll get in the postseason if there's another job. You're going to make the postseason here. Now it's, can you figure out how to win once you get there? So all of your points, while there's some validity, I'm not buying any of them.
What's the expectation for next year if he does come back, Tausch?
Win the division. I really believe that needs to be the starting point. We don't need to get caught up in, one seed, all this other stuff. We are the last. Every team since COVID has won a division title in the North but us. Every team. And that has to be at the top of mind. I thought this year, we obviously threw the game to Minnesota at the end, but there was a focus on winning division games because of how last year went. And I thought we, made some major headway there. But now there's another big squad on the block. There's another team that's going to be looked at the same way as the Detroit Lions. That's going to be the Chicago Bears. The starting point needs to be there because you're going to hear this all off season. Matt LaFleur already alluded to it. We need to get some home playoff games. And unless you win your division, you're going to have a hard time getting a home playoff game, and that needs to be the starting point.
What happened against the Ravens, Tausch? What happened? They laid
I don't know.
The biggest egg I have seen them lay in Matt LaFleur's tenure as a coach.
So you can make excuses all you want. I think part of it was there's obviously a demoralizing loss down in Chicago. You could say, it was a short week. You can have excuse after excuse. Over the course of an NFL season, and this is one of the things I was impressed with this year, we didn't have any clunkers until that game. There wasn't any game that we didn't have a chance to win late or we did win. And in an NFL season, almost every team has one or two of those games. It's just like, I don't know who the hell that is out there, but that ain't us. Mm-hmm. And that was the game. And it obviously was at a horrible time in the season for that to happen. But that, I think, is what was a part of it because, if, we play the Ravens 10 times, you would think that would be such an outlier what happened on that Saturday, but that is what happened, and that team has to live with that.
Talking with Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher here. Old T, I'm trying to look at this from a non-emotional standpoint and more over the 7 years of Matt LaFleur. And so when I think of the 7 years, I want you to tell me the lowest point and the highest point of his coaching tenure.
Okay. Lowest point was Saturday. I don't know how anybody can argue with me on that. There's one other game that I would probably put on there, and that's that Detroit Lions game at Lambeau and Rodgers' last game.
What about the number one seed in 2021 against the Niners?
What about the Buccaneers? My goodness.
That's another low point, but I'm telling you right now, I really look at that. You can make a good argument there. I'm more of a creature of the moment, so maybe it's just that this is so raw. Listen, all of those could be very valid and very good low points. Unfortunately, they've all come in that postseason. I would think the high point would be when we went down and took the Dallas Cowboys out as a 7th seed. Is that the high point? Is it winning the Rams playoff game? I would think winning with Jordan Love in that first postseason game was probably the high point of Matt LaFleur's tenure so far.
I guess, does that tell you anything when you look at the high points and low points over 7 years?
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, this isn't. I don't think I'm speaking anybody didn't realize that Matt LaFleur in the postseason hasn't been good enough. That's what that tells me, and it's been a gut punch. It's been a heartbreak. You found different ways to lose games, and that is something. It's not like you can train and say, we need to. You just have to go out and do it. And how you get a team that is resilient and can handle adversity, because I think one of the things Matt LaFleur early in his career, he didn't have a ton of adversity. Like, I was trying to think his first 3 seasons, winning divisions, getting 1 seeds, adversity always hit in the postseason, and then everybody leaves, and then it's a reset. So how you go about handling adversity and getting your team to handle adversity, that needs to be at the top of the list, because I thought last week on Saturday, you get a couple of 3-and-outs, and it just felt like maybe our team felt like a lot of us as fans felt. It's like, oh boy, here we go. And once that attitude creeps in, everybody presses a little bit more. Guys don't execute, and next thing you know, you're sitting there down 4 points with, a minute and a half left thinking, what the hell just happened to us?
Tausch, is there anything on your mind right now? I mean, obviously, William Tausch, 9 to noon, Green Bay game night. Is there anything
I'll ask you guys this question. Like, Matt LaFleur, it looks like is going to come back. Obviously, the longer this drags out, the more questions there's going to be. But what is going to change? What are going to be the changes to make this team? I don't think anybody thinks we're not going to make the playoffs next year. We're going to have healthy guys coming back. We're going to be one of the favorites in the NFC, and we're going to hum along during the regular season. We'll have a couple of losses that we're all looking at like, oh, what the heck? And then why will we all feel confident how are we going to get to the point where we feel confident that we're going to win a postseason game? Because that really is what Matt LaFleur has put himself in a position now where it only matters what we do in the postseason.
Kyle's made the argument that he needs better people around him.
Yeah, absolutely. I think
offensively,
you got to bring in some folks offensively. I'm not in the locker room to know exactly what's happening with Stenavich, but it seems like when they had Nathaniel Hackett on the offensive side, I know he helps us on the defensive side now. It seems
he had Aaron Rodgers, too.
That's true. He had Aaron Rodgers, but it seems like they had something going. And so I feel like he needs to bring better offensive minds just to be around him, somebody that's willing to challenge him as well on the offensive side of football. And obviously you got to move on from Rich Bisaccia as well with the special teams. But the Green Bay Packers need to revamp that offensive staff, specifically when it comes to those who are helping him with this game plan in the in-game adjustments, even in the second half, right? We talked to Brian Bulaga yesterday and said, well, why would you make any adjustments in the second half when you did so well in the first half? That's fair, but once you see things going downhill, once you see that amount of pressure, who's going to be able to be there in Matt LaFleur's ear to make sure that we can make those adjustments on the fly like that to be able to execute better?
That's the question, and that's an answer that Matt LaFleur has to get figured out this offseason, and that's where, the timeline on this, I'm going to be fascinated. You're going to have to move. Like, we need to see I'm guessing you're going to have to see an extension or whatever else happens here, no later than Thursday, because maybe coordinators that you want to bring in or people that you want to have come in, special teams, offensive line, offensive coordinator, these guys aren't going to wait around. So the decisiveness of what Ed Policy is going to do here needs to we probably need to see something sooner rather than later so that you can start filling out the rest of your staff if you're going to make changes.
Is there a reason why Bisaccia is not fired right now?
You gotta figure out Matt LaFleur first. He'll be fired. He should be fired.
But Matt LaFleur is in charge of Bisaccia is the only thing I would say. It's not like a silo.
Take care of your
business. Yeah, here's the deal, though. I think you get done with the season and you have exit interviews with all your players. That takes 2 days.
I get it, but I think the fans have been frustrated enough that they probably would have respected Matt LaFleur a little bit more.
Yeah,
and he did something we've been wanting him to do, and it's already a year late, so just do it.
Yeah, I get all that, but you want to go through a process, and you don't just
big process guy, old T.
He's telling the truth.
I know. I can get at Tao. She likes zesty and testy.
If you remember, it took him a while to fire Joe Barry too. It took him like a full week.
That happened, and I would think it's process driven. It's we're going to go through it. Maybe I think there will be a lot. If there's no changes made, I will be shocked if there's not changes made in at least a couple of different spots, and then obviously you have to see what happens with Jeff Hafley, but. There does need to, I think, be kind of a reboot in certain areas of what this group is doing, both, I think, offensively and, also defensively. I think we looked at things, and obviously Micah Parsons was a huge addition, but there's a lot of issues with this defense late in ball games if Micah wasn't out there. And the pass rush that we saw, when Micah was there, there wasn't any closing going on in any of these games, both down in Chicago the first time and then obviously the playoff game. There wasn't anybody closing up shop. There was no Enter Sandman. And we obviously need to get some interior depth that can get to the quarterback too.
Tausch, how does the team respond this offseason, right? Because they got to take this personal. Rashawn Gary was talking about it. Like, how do you take this personal, and how do you actually take this and make you better next season? Because the Green Bay Packers have to take the next step, and it's those 53 guys in the locker room that need to take that personal.
Well, first off, there's nothing going to happen until April. I mean, this is going to be a minimum, probably 25% of the roster is going to be turned over, and maybe even more. So your core players need to kind of be motivated, and I would guess the biggest talking point that you're going to hear is finish. Mm-hmm. There were too many games that this team didn't finish, and that's whether you're going to end up. Anybody that's been around teams, you can do the extra squats in the summer and that's all great. You want to work hard. Everybody's going to work hard. As Brad Childress said, that just gives you a chance to have a chance. It's just digging deep and understanding bad stuff is going to happen. How do we reboot and get back where we don't let that go from a 3-and-out to, not scoring, anything but 6 points in the second half of that game. For as much as we've given the defense a lot of grief, and deservedly so, the offense only put up 6 points in the second half. And it looked like in the first half, Ben Johnson didn't think they could stop Jordan Love in this offense.
Based off that fourth down, so, yes, absolutely.
It was a fourth down palooza because they were panicking that they were going to fall too far behind, and then all of a sudden they turned into the 85 Bears in the second half, and that's part of why we got beat.
Old T, thank you.
You bet, boys.
Potawatomi Casino Hotel's amazing sports book is there for you wherever you are. Stop on by because they have self-service kiosks. They have that awesome video wall. A great atmosphere, great food. Can't wait for the weekly wager. Love bringing home the food for dinner. It's like top-tier quality, and you think, I'm going to a casino hotel. The sports book, I'm telling you guys, you probably have been itching for the kitchen. Am I right?
Yeah, man. What's going on?
We got
itching for the kitchen.
Give me some of that.
Luis, bring us back. With tons of drink specials as well. Make sure you head over to Potawatomi Sportsbook for the big game Sunday the 8th. For everything else in between, Potawatomi Casino Hotel pays, or Potawatomi.com, more info line, 21 to enter the casino. Kyle's got a package being delivered to him. Next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Call me daddy.
That just sounds...
It's just, yeah.
Like...
Call me
cut
daddy.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Truth Nation, mark your calendars for Friday, February 20th, as we will be hosting our second annual Truth Community Awards, hosted by the legendary Home Blow and Bailey Cope. Tickets are on sale now. Visit 1017truthawards.com to learn more. The Truth Community Awards are sponsored by Milwaukee College Prep, the Milwaukee Bucks, Gruber, Steinhoffel, Cousin Subs, and 3rd Street Market Hall. Come celebrate with us on Friday, February 20th at the Truth Community Awards from 5:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. Do not miss out on the best community awards event of the year.
4 years. That's enough time to earn a college degree, to serve a full term as a president, to train for something big and become someone new.
You bet, and get 0% interest for 4 years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, so you can invest in your home and in life's biggest moments. With exclusive features and customizations, Pella offers the highest quality products at a price you can afford.
Aim high when setting your New Year's resolution and imagine what you can do in 4 years when you finance your home project with Pella. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Chick-fil-A's new frosted sodas and floats. It's a 10 out of 10. Hey, this is Lizzie, a team member at my local Chick-fil-A, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and new frosted sodas and floats is how well they go together. You will love having your favorite soda blended with our creamy ice stream to make a new frosted soda or float. With the mix of the ice stream and soda fizz, it's so delicious, I call it Fizzalicious.
Order a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and a new frosted soda and float at your local Chick-fil-A restaurant. Real team member paid for their testimonial.
Snapshot from Progressive wasn't created for just anybody. Oh no, we made it for you. Gradual breakers. You keep your eyes on the road, so you've seen it all. As long as it all happened directly in front of you, like a Swedish masseuse, your foot knows exactly the right amount of pressure to apply to the brake. That's why your passengers feel totally relaxed with you behind the wheel and occasionally super sleepy. With Snapshot, safe drivers like you get personalized rates based on your driving habits. Sign up today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents.
It's time for the Milwaukee Basketball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart, located at 16th and National in Milwaukee. National Liquor Mart is packed with deals for all your beverage needs, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily.
The Bucks completed their West Coast road trip with a 108-104 loss to the Denver Nuggets on Sunday night. Giannis Antetokounmpo led all scorers with 31 points, while also adding in 11 assists and 8 rebounds. Here's head coach Doc Rivers after the game.
Yeah, Kuz is fine. I thought Kuz played well overall. Miss him. Think about the layups we missed. I mean, Scoot misses a point-blank layup. Kuz misses a point-blank layup. Those are all in the last 4 minutes, and so, it's so funny as a coach, you have to live with those.
The Bucks will finally return home after a week on the road to take on the Timberwolves on Tuesday.
This has been the Milwaukee Basketball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart.
Can you feel it? It's the thrill of witnessing a walk-off grand slam, a game-winning touchdown, a buzzer-beating 3. Yeah, you know the feeling. And there's only one place to experience that raw exhilaration. Potawatomi Sportsbook. Catch all the action in a supreme space with dozens of sports betting kiosks, cool drinks, luxe seating, great food, fiery atmosphere, and a monster video wall. Become a legend at Potawatomi Sportsbook. More info online. Must be 21 to enter casino.
Big ideas deserve a big story and the right audience. At Saturn Lounge, we bring your marketing to life with branding, websites, digital marketing, and video storytelling that stands out from the crowd. Whether it's a TV spot, a campaign, or content built to connect, Saturn Lounge is where strategy meets creativity. From the first spark of an idea to the final cut, we're here to make your message shine across every platform. Ready to make your marketing a success? Step into the spotlight with Saturn Lounge, your launch pad for bigger, better marketing. To tell the world your story, visit SaturnLounge.com today.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
It is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman right here on ESPN Wisconsin. I'm Kyle Wallace. He's Bradley Nortman. He's Alex Strofe. Where in the world is Benjamin Brust? That is
he did exit. I don't know where he went.
He exited pretty quickly after the break as well.
And he's very quick to be hard on you, Kyle, for missing out on the first part of segments.
Must be a number 2?
Not sure, but he left early. Usually when I miss the first part of the segment, it's because we've been discussing.
Yeah, you walk out with 30 seconds left in the break.
But this was, I'm actually very concerned.
You know what I think it is? I think it's fear of Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? He knows it's coming. He doesn't want to be a part of it.
What happened,
Where were you?
Did you forget we had a show for a minute?
Yeah, what's going on? We've been on air for a while.
How long have we been on? Be honest.
There's no music.
I could look.
Almost 2 minutes?
Yeah, probably about 2.5 minutes.
Damn!
Yeah,
Where have you been?
What are you doing? Your tummy?
Greg Scalzo.
I knew it. He's kissing ass.
Anything for Greg. Anything for Greg. The show's not important. Let me get some FaceTime quick.
Right, for real though. You took
what was so important?
What did I miss?
It doesn't even matter.
Did we get to Kyle's package?
No, we got to the fact that you were missing in action for all 2 minutes.
Yeah. I thought you were ducking out on Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust?
No, I'm 0-1 on the year.
0-1.
0-1.
Damn.
Over under 12.5?
And you are 3 for 4 on being on time for segments today.
That guy cooked last
All
week.
right.
Cooked.
All right. Hand up. My bad. It won't happen again.
Pat yourself on the back.
Pat on the back to me for owning up to my mistake. Should we play Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust?
Was it worth the conversation of you being late?
It was, actually. It was.
Okay, I hope you're making us rich.
I'm working on it.
These pockets getting a little light right now.
I did send you a license plate that was labeled "I'm broke" yesterday.
Yeah,
how did you feel about that?
I mean, I played a role.
I mean, you cry wolf all the time here.
Yeah, you can't let them know what it is.
So now he's not.
Stealth wealth.
Stealth wealth, Kyle. Yeah.
Meanwhile, hustle.
Your pockets ain't empty over there, huh?
They're empty as I want them to be.
Well, next Tuesday, we are going to be at the University Bookstore, courtesy of IKEA, because they have a new pickup point at the University Bookstore on State Street, which means shopping with IKEA is now closer, faster, and totally hassle-free. You can pick up for free, and IKEA family members get to do so, or just $10 if you're not an IKEA family member. But sign up for the IKEA family because there's so many different specials, free to sign up. You get all these different perks. But again, it's perfect for students, so mom and dad can order from home, and then the students can order or pick up right from campus. So IKEA is Madison's new pickup point, making life easier one order at a time. We'll be at IKEA on Tuesday at the University Bookstore, which is the new IKEA pickup point. So to be able to extend IKEA from Oak Creek all the way to Madison and a college campus, whereas I know all of us have probably in college needed something for our dorm or apartment from IKEA. Well, now I don't have to go to the store. I can just pick it up at University Bookstore like I wish I could have back in the day. But you have the chance to now in Madison. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and text line. Less is more. Let's go caller number 13 for Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? You get to pick Kyle or Brad to ask your questions. I'm rattled.
I'll say this, too. You know, we had the void here about not being here. He rushes in, and the first thing he says is, did we talk about Kyle's package? Like, without any context. That's a very interesting way to roll.
My package has been talked about all across the great city of Milwaukee. Many people tried to pick up this package.
Wow.
But I haven't got it yet.
Well, you did talk about your mound for a long time.
Because it
the
was,
Brazilian wax?
The mound was phenomenal. Until it was not.
It was not.
13. It was, I mean, I was like, okay, wow, this is great. And then I was like, oh, wow, this isn't great.
Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust is in 2 minutes. 800-990-3776. That's 800-990-3776. Caller 13. We'll see you in 2 minutes.
Kick off the new year with a smarter home and bigger savings with Exterior Pros and Baths. New windows to lock in the warmth, durable roofing, eye-catching siding, or a stunning bath makeover. Start the year off right and get $3,000 off your project. That's right, $3,000 back in your pocket during our New Year savings event. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com today. This deal won't last all winter. Exterior Pros and Baths. New year, new home, done right.
When storms hit or accidents happen, it's not just about property. It's about people. I'm Mandy Grimal-Lococo with Grimal and Associates Insurance. We help families bundle home, auto, and life coverage so you're never facing life's what-ifs alone. With the heavy rains we've seen in Milwaukee, we'll review your policy to be sure water backup, sump pump failures, and flood risks don't drain your wallet. Your home is more than walls and a roof. It's where life happens. At Grimal and Associates Insurance in Shorewood, we're here to protect your home, your family, and your peace of mind. Call us today at 414-332-0838.
Monica, we've got to hand it to you.
You and the design team have outdone yourselves.
Are you talking about the One collection?
Those rings say you are the one.
And they say it symbolically.
Describe the symbols.
Every ring in the One collection should be presented with a special ritual.
What would that ritual be?
You pick up her left hand and you place a kiss on her ring finger.
Rick, you never told me about that part.
Then you show her the tiny red diamond, flush mounted inside the ring, that will forever be in contact with her finger.
Why is it red?
Because that's when the giver says to the one, wherever you go, my heart goes with you.
I give you this kiss. I give you my heart.
The red diamond is a secret symbol of that sacred moment.
The center diamond on the outside of the ring is for the whole world to see.
But the tiny red created diamond inside the ring is only for the two of them.
The One collection of engagement rings is available exclusively at Kessler's.
To find the Kesslers nearest you,
visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
That's right, you are listening to KBN. You're kicking it with KBN here on a Tuesday, fresh off the Packers losing to the Bears. But luckily, we have a pastime that we can all have a common enemy against. That is Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust here on KBN. I'm Brad Nortman. Right in front of me, Kyle Wallace. Behind the glass, Alex Strofe, the maestro of Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust. And today, we have Dan in Sheboygan, who's going to be participating against Ben in Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust. As a reminder, Ben is 0-1 in Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust. 12.5 is what our trusty associate, AI, put the over-under at. I still have the under for the record.
Trusty Associates.
That is ridiculous. That somebody, the over-under out of 52 weeks is 12.5 wins. That's just egregious.
And that is I don't know, what do we call AI? A computer, a function that knows everything.
But the problem is that we only used last year. We didn't use his record the previous year. He won like 19.
I don't know that that's true. Oh, yeah, he did. But also, I was only here for 6 months.
Oh,
I wasn't writing the questions.
True.
Oh, wow.
The tone change and the culture change when Alex Strofe walked
Locker
through the
room
door.
guy, you know?
Locker room guy. Let's go ahead and spin it, Strophe.
For those of you who say Ben Brust is an idiot, here's your chance to be proven right. It's time to play Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Presented by Lakeland University. Don't put your life on hold to earn your degree. Build a schedule that meets your needs. Lakeland.edu.
That's right, it is Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Presented by Lakeland University. Here is how we play. 15 questions in 90 seconds. Get as many answers correct as you can. You're allowed to say pass. We'll come back to it if you get through the rest. If you, Dan and Sheboygan, beat Ben Brust, you're going to win an ESPN Wisconsin prize package. Now, Dan, any questions? How are you feeling? And who would you like to ask you the questions, me or Kyle Wallace?
I'm feeling great. No questions. I'll take Brad, you can ask the questions.
All right, Dan. Kyle, sit back, relax, do the best you can. Dan and I have got this, and Dan, I trust you that you're going to be able to conquer Ben, make him 0-2 on the year.
Come on now, Dan. Come on now, Dan. We cheering for you. The whole city of Sheboygan.
So you're ready
for you.
Ready to roll?
Ready to roll.
Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. What country is home to the city of Prague?
Czech Republic.
What natural material are pencils made from?
Graphite.
What is the name of the line that divides the Earth into northern and southern hemispheres?
The equator.
What do you call a person who studies insects?
An entomologist.
What part of the body does a podiatrist specialize in?
Foot.
What direction does the sun set?
West.
What Olympic event combines skiing and shooting?
Biathlon.
What do you call the study of maps?
One more time.
What do you call the study of maps?
Pass.
What do you call a shape with 5 sides?
Pentagon.
What do you call the white space at the edge of a page?
Border.
What do you call the bottom number in a fraction?
Denominator.
What household item is used to remove wrinkles using steam?
Iron.
What do you call a fear of heights?
Pass.
What animal is known for building dams?
Beaver.
What spice is traditionally used to make curry yellow?
Nutmeg.
Listen.
My man, cooked. That skillet is hot, baby. It's hot.
Woo! That chef in the kitchen right there, that boy whipped it up.
Man, I tell you what.
That's the highest score we've heard in a long time.
Long time.
He got 13 or 15 or 12?
No, he got 11.
11, yeah.
Oh, he passed.
He passed on 2. He got the last one wrong, and then he got
2 wrong?
and then he got number 10 wrong.
Yeah. Wow.
Passed on 2, got 2 wrong.
Wow.
11 spot by Dan and Sheboygan. It's unbelievable.
And he played it perfect. If you didn't know it, a quick pass. He took a stab on guesses, and he cooked. I mean, the first 7 out of 7. Ben, I mean,
fire. It's over.
It's over.
It's over.
Man.
Over.
What
Vince Carter did when he put his arm in the rim and he got done, he said it's over.
It's
That's exactly
over.
what, boy. I was nervous about Dan. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I was nervous. Dan.
Ben walking back through the door. Kind of a game face, Ben walking in.
I don't know why
there.
you got a game
kind of like a
face.
cowboy walking into a saloon.
I ain't gonna lie to you. It's over.
Yeah, it
Move
is
on
over.
to next week, brother.
It is over.
Good luck.
It's
Move
over.
on to next week. You know what? You can even, the talking text line can cheat for you.
If you want to forfeit, I'll allow it.
Yeah, it's over.
It's okay.
Yeah.
You guys are so tough. You didn't even do anything. You read questions. Why are you guys trying to act like tough guys?
I'm just telling you
what it is because I'm Kyle. I tell what it is.
Yeah, I do keep it 100.
I keep it 100.
I do. I mean, I'm being honest.
Quit now.
Yeah,
All right,
it's all good advice.
All right, cool. Go ahead, get your ass whooped then.
All right.
I will.
Ben is back. He was playing against Dan and Sheboygan. Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Presented by Lakeland University. Here's how we play. 15 questions in 90 seconds. You get as many answers correct as you can. You're allowed to say pass. We'll come back to it if you get through the rest. If Dan and Sheboygan beats you, he's going to win an ESPN Wisconsin prize package. Ready to roll, Ben?
Always.
Here we go in 3, 2, 1. What country is home to the city of Prague?
Pass.
What natural material are pencils made from?
Lead.
What is the name of the line that divides the Earth into northern and
Natural
southern?
material. Let's go with wood. Now go to the next question.
What is the name of the line that divides the Earth into northern and southern hemispheres?
Equator.
What do you call a person who studies insects?
Don't know. Pass.
What part of the body does a podiatrist specialize in?
Toes. Feet.
What direction does the sun set?
Rises in the east, sets in the west.
What Olympic event combines skiing and shooting?
Oh, I love watching that. I don't know what it's called, though. Pass.
What do you call the study of maps?
Geography?
What do you call a shape with 5 sides?
Pentagon.
What do you call the white space at the edge of a page?
Margin?
What do you call the bottom number in a fraction?
Denominator.
What household item is used to remove wrinkles using steam?
An iron.
What do you call a fear of heights?
This is like the most basic one. I don't know.
What animal is known for building dams?
Oh, man. They build dams. They are chipmunks.
What spice is traditionally used to make curry yellow?
Paprika.
What country is home to the city of Prague? The one you passed
City of
on.
Prague?
What country is home to the city of Prague?
Country is home. Let me focus.
Okay, what country is home
Shut up.
to the city of Prague?
Prague is...
Prague.
Hey, I'll give you credit.
You know what?
I don't know. You did better. You did better.
You did do better than I thought, but Dan cooked.
Yeah, Dan cooked.
He was scalding hot.
What's Prague?
Czech Republic.
Czech Republic.
No, Czech.
The Czechs.
Yeah,
The
we
Czech-
love
the Czech
Czechs.
Republic.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
What do you have him for, like a 7?
Yeah, Ben didn't do bad.
No, it wasn't bad.
It's a 7 spot.
7 spot.
7 solids.
Yeah.
Solid score.
All right,
Except that Dan and Sheboygan got 11.
11.
11.
Dude, the callers
11.
are averaging like 10 per round.
Yeah, they're
Including
cooking.
2026.
Couple of them will be entertaining answers.
He was
okay.
7 for 7.
Yeah, he got through the first
What's
7.
Ben's degree from UW?
Would you like to share?
Life sciences communication.
And what is that?
I don't know.
You got a piece of paper, though, that says you graduated, though. What country is home to the city of Prague? Czech Republic. What natural material are pencils made from? You went from lead to wood. It's graphite.
Natural material. Wood.
What is the name of the line that divides the Earth into northern and southern hemispheres? The equator. Very good.
Don't do the very good
very
this year.
good.
Can you
Very
guys
good.
knock
Equator.
off the very
That's
good?
about second grade.
7 is solid.
It is solid.
proud
It's
of you,
solid.
buddy.
KBN Nation just came to work this year. What do you call a person who studies insects? Entomologist.
Yeah, no.
Entomologist.
Yeah.
What part of the body does a podiatrist specialize in? Feet. You got that
He
right.
cleaned it up. Toes.
Yeah,
I
you
was
did.
Like, ugh, but feet,
Toes is more Rex Ryan. I don't know about
Yeah.
I have a lot of toe
toes.
issues, so I've seen a podiatrist many times.
What direction does the sun set?
Sorry to hear that.
It is indeed west. This is a great Olympic event. The combined skiing and shooting.
Skeet?
No. That's when you like
to
say,
the
"Oh."
window, to the wall. Drop bound.
It's biathlon.
I do love when they ski and they stop and they pick up the gun.
But it's very unrealistic. Who the hell is skiing and shooting? Like, that's not like a life
but
event.
you get out of breath and you have to calm yourself to shoot.
Yeah.
Is any sport realistic?
I mean, skiing is what you do.
A half pipe? How realistic is a half pipe?
I mean, people do it all the time.
Football?
I guess people.
Is football really? It's barbaric. It's closer to barbaric than realistic.
I guess people legitimately do go skiing and shooting at the same time. It just seems like an odd combination.
It's like a James Bond thing to do. You know?
Very much so.
What do you call the study of maps?
It is not geography.
No, cartography. Cartography.
What do you think geography is, out of curiosity? The study of what?
The world.
Yeah.
But worlds have maps.
Yeah. So
Maps chart the world.
Yeah, there it is.
Okay, great. Keep going.
What do you call a shape with 5 sides? Pentagon. Very good.
I have we're doing shapes with my daughter, so we have a pentagon. So I had that right away.
Good.
Shapes with my daughter really helped this one.
This was
good to know.
This was pretty good too. What do you call the white space at the edge of a page? Margin.
I only knew that because we all shrank the margins as far as we could to make, made them as big as we could to make our 10-page papers that were really 9-10.
I don't think I did that.
I also don't think I did that.
Oh, I made the margins so big.
If anything, I had to shrink the margin.
Yeah, you
to make sure
loser.
that I got everything I wanted to say in
Loser.
there.
They're looking for every way to cheat.
What do you call the bottom number of a fraction? Denominator. What household item is used to remove wrinkles using steam? It's indeed an iron. What do you call a fear of heights? Acrophobia. Acrophobia.
It's so close to the spider one.
Okay. What animal is known for building dams?
Beaver?
Yeah.
Oh, even Beaver Dam, which is hearing our voices right now.
Shout out 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, home of the Golden Beavers digging dams.
So where did Chipmunk,
Digging dams. Huh? Digging?
Yeah.
Digging.
You
What
don't
do
dig
you think
a
a dam is?
What is a dam?
Wait a minute, you don't know what a dam is?
I thought you... I don't know.
That's why you thought Chipmunk. You thought I had a dam in my house.
I thought it was like underneath.
I tried to make it a dam when I tried to, spray water.
What's a dam?
What's a dam, Ben?
A dam is a place that holds body of water.
Okay.
You're getting there. It's what a dam's...
So why would you dig them?
To create a place for the water.
Yeah, no.
I see what you're trying to say.
Yeah, thank you.
In order to create the dam, you probably have to dig in the earth a little bit and then rise.
It's above.
Yeah, it's a wall that basically creates a body
it's
of water.
above, but you dig.
The Hoover Dam.
Very good.
That is a dam.
Yeah.
Of course, you'd go to the Vegas centric thing. What spice is traditionally used to make curry yellow? I wouldn't know this, but paprika. I mean, it's a shot in the dark. Turmeric.
Never heard of it. Chris chimes in, biathlon started because of the Northern European soldiers who skied everywhere with their rifles.
Dang.
So it is pretty realistic if you ask me.
I'm going to keep it real. They was so thuggish back in the day. Can you imagine out there skiing during World War II, just sniping people? Pow, pow, pow. Couldn't do it.
Snipers don't go pow, pow, pow.
They go pow.
Yeah, again, we've been through this a lot. The idea that warfare was, again, let's just line up across from each other and
Revolutionary War
hopefully
style.
It doesn't hit you.
Man. Because you went for, I guess that's the
All right, now, instead of charging them, let's just sit here for 20 minutes while they load their guns and let's just stand here.
Yeah.
Guerrilla warfare changed everything.
Crazy.
That's why we won, baby. We weren't standing and waiting.
Go ahead, Strofe.
KBN Nation averaging 10.5 points in Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust in 2026. Ben Brust averaging 5.5 points in Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust.
But I raised the average. Unfortunately, they raised the average too.
Ben 0-2 in Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust.
Yeah, but Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust is brought to you by Lakeland University. And if you are looking for flexible, personalized education, whether you're just starting college, finishing your degree, or balancing work and family, Lakeland lets you earn your degree your way. Lakeland University, experience it your way. Aaron Rodgers was very insightful at the podium until he got asked the same question twice and said, I'm done with this, which I don't blame him for the record. But I want to hear the insightful part from Aaron after his loss and maybe the end of his career after a strip sack fumble for a touchdown and a pick six for a fumble. Next.
Pick six for a fumble.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN.
But I got a bone to pick with Strofe next. More
bone
questions?
To pick? I have a question, yeah. How are babies made?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Westbound 94 is bit backed up from 27th Street to about Mitchell Boulevard. On the eastbound side, quick little tap the brakes between 70th Street and Holly Road. And southbound 43, still just a little bit backed up right through the Marquette. Traffic is brought to you by Fisco Auto Body. Call Fisco Auto Body to help with all body repair needs. Fisco, Fisco, Fisco. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, chance of rain, then snow, cloudy, blustery, a low of 23. And tomorrow, falling temperatures, mostly cloudy with a chance of snow showers, a high of 25. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Whether it's live or in podcast form, you've heard us on air with all of our shenanigans.
Gabe, I'm throwing some... Why are you throwing... I don't want...
Now see your favorite 94.5 ESPN shows streaming on video.
By me, by the way. I hit that microphone like 4 out of 6 times on that.
Subscribe to ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube and get notified when we hit the air live. Plus, you can watch back any second that you miss and see original digital content too. Watch, listen, interact. ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
You've already put in the work. Now there's a way to make it count towards your degree. At Lakeland University, your work and life experience can earn you college credit, helping you finish faster, saving time and money. With flexible evening and online classes, plus multiple start dates, Lakeland fits your life. Study 100% online at one of our 6 locations across Wisconsin or on our residential campus in Sheboygan County. Customize your degree to fit your life, your goals, your future, without missing the moments that matter, at work or at home. Your experience matters here. Lakeland University. Experience it your way.
Something exciting is happening at St. Kate the Arts Hotel. On the second floor, you'll find the Studio Kitchen and Cocktails, Milwaukee's destination for bold flavors, fresh sushi, seasonal entrees, and cocktails crafted with care. Start your day with a breakfast that fuels you, stop in for dinner that sparks conversation, or linger late into the evening with drinks designed to inspire. With flavors and drinks for every mood, the Studio is the perfect place to gather, celebrate, and connect. Be boldly social. The Studio Kitchen and Cocktails, now on the second floor at St. Kate the Arts Hotel.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
With your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, I'm Will Summers. This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is Wisconsin Lutheran senior and Northern Iowa commit Xavier Zenz. Zenz delivered a championship-clinching performance at the Beach Ball Classic in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, knocking down a buzzer-beating three-pointer to lift number 15 Wisconsin Lutheran to a 57-54 win over North Crowley in the traditional bracket title game. Zenz finished with a game-high 26 points, shooting 9 of 12 from the field, 4 of 5 from 3, and 4 of 4 from the free throw line. He scored the final 7 points of the game, including the game-winning shot as time expired. Over the 3-game tournament, Zenz averaged 26.3 points per game, earning MVP honors while leading the Vikings to the championship. Congratulations to Xavier Zenz, your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
Experience hot gaming action and a relaxing spa day. Your perfect winter getaway at the island. Book a stay and float package to get both a standard room and a rejuvenating 60-minute float pod therapy session for less than $100. Complement your stay with an elevated dining experience at Horizon Steakhouse and fun on the gaming floor where big wins wait for you. The Island Resort and Casino's stay and float package runs through February. Call 800-682-6040 to book yours today. Certain days and restrictions apply.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talking text line. Congrats to Dan and Sheboygan on the 11-7 victory in RU. Smarter Than Ben Brust, presented by Lakeland University. Want to take the time quickly to tell you about the Princeton Club because the Madison locations have everything for you. The New Berlin location has everything. Lock in your rate right now for the rest of the year. But first, just go get a tour. You're going to feel the vibe, the atmosphere, all of the great equipment that they keep bringing in, the upgrades to every different facility that you have. They provide something for everyone in each location. If you're looking for growth, You have the Prince Club. They're going to provide the atmosphere. Whatever your goal is, they will help you grow past that goal. So find your better tomorrow by starting today. Go get that tour. Go check out the facilities. Free childcare with the memberships. In the Milwaukee area at the New Berlin location, got my wife some tennis lessons for Christmas. We're going to drop off her daughter at daycare. She'll do the lesson. I'll do a workout. And then we can go to the pool in the summer. So again, just check out the locations, find what's right for you, and find your better tomorrow at the Princeton Club. Let's hear from Aaron Rodgers. Obviously, his game against the Texans did not go well. That defense is vicious and violent, and I love watching that Texans defense. Bad matchup for Aaron, but I thought his post-game comments on the state of the coaching world was very insightful. Whether you disagree or agree, that's up to you. Let's hear from Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, this league has changed a lot in my 21 years. When you hear a conversation about the Mike Tomlins of the world, Matt LaFleurs of the world. Those are just two that kind of I've played for. And when I first got in the league, there wouldn't be conversation about whether those guys were on the hot seat. But the way that the league is covered now, and the way that there's snap decisions, and the validity given to the Twitter experts and all the experts on TV now who make it seem like they know what the hell they're talking about. To me, that's an absolute joke. And for either of those two guys to be on the hot seat is really apropos of where we're at as a society and a league, because obviously Matt's done a lot of great things in Green Bay, and we had a lot of success. Mike T has had more success than damn near anybody in the league, for the last 19, 20 years. And more than that, though, when you have the right guy and the culture is right, you don't think about making a change. But there's a lot of pressure that comes from the outside, and obviously that sways decisions from time to time. But
that was Aaron Rodgers post-game, giving his thoughts on the experts in the media and the voices that might be reaching decision makers. Ultimately, I think at the end there was what stood out to me when he talked about if you have the right guy and the culture. And I think that's a lot of where our conversation has been focused on with Matt LaFleur, is he created a culture in which you trust him to take the team to where fans want it to be. And there's no doubt, nobody's debating if he's a good coach. Yeah, we know. We could talk about his regular season resume, but his playoff resume, and then the way that he has struggled in big games, and the in-game decision-making, adjustments, timeout, time management, keeping Bisaccia too long. On the surface, yes, I agree with you, Aaron, but there's a lot more that goes into it than the right guy. The league's changed, but this is the world is, whether you like it or not, you got to live in it.
Everybody in the NFL is dating one another. Nobody's married. It's crazy.
Polygamy?
Right? I mean, even for me, right? So even the I Love Lexis of the world who can't get any marriage level commitments. So under that banner, that everything is temporary, you get hired to eventually get fired, and that includes coaches and quarterbacks and punters. So I just think that it's a hard business because it feels personal at times, but everything is temporary in the NFL. And first of all, he says it wasn't like this when I entered the NFL. Here's a list of coaches who were really, really good, who were around for a while, but found themselves in the hot seat and fired in the 90s and 2000s because they couldn't get done in the postseason, just like Matt LaFleur and recently Mike Tomlin. Marty Schottenheimer, anyone remember that name? Tony Dungy, that's probably the most well-known one in Tampa Bay. Andy Reid, even Andy Reid in Philadelphia, all that postseason success could not break through, and they moved on from him in Philadelphia. Mike Holmgren with both Green Bay and Seattle. And finally, Jeff Fisher, he took the Titans to the Super Bowl. It wasn't long before after that they let him go. So this has been going on for decades. This is the NFL. This is pro sports. If you're not, what have you done for me lately? Teams start getting itchy and moving on. But you're exactly right. Do you have the right guy? Do you have the right culture? you just wonder, like, what is the ceiling for my guy and what is the ceiling for our culture? That's the question that the Packer fans are asking right now, that Ed Policy is asking himself. Is this Matt LaFleur ceiling? Can you go further? If it is, I owe it to our fan base to explore further. And Mike Tomlin, he had an unbelievable track record. He's gotten to Super Bowls and won them, but you just wonder, at this point, is it time for someone to move on? So it's a tale as old as time. Rodgers, this has happened in the 2000s. It's happened in the 90s. It'll keep on happening, but it's just the nature of pro sports, and it keeps it interesting.
Dr. Denver Dan on YouTube says, that's really rich coming from a guy who wanted Mike McCarthy fired.
I mean,
Spot the lie.
That's a good comeback.
Yeah, I mean, I feel you on that. When I think about it, you're absolutely right. The culture is something that is so important. But when I look at this team, I don't feel like they have fallen off. I don't feel like they're at the point where it's like, okay, we got to really change something up. You mentioned the Eagles. When the Eagles moved on from Andy Reid, they hired Chip Kelly, and that was a complete disaster for them. When you talk about the Green Bay Packers, and it was mutual when Mike Holmgren decided to move on because he wanted to have a little bit more power, he went on to find some success. But Ray Rhodes was one and done, and then also Mike Sherman couldn't find the level of success that we wanted. You talk about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's the one that everybody talks about, that even I have talked about in the past, where you fired Tony Dungy because you needed a fresh voice, but you brought in a coach in John Gruden, who was a young up-and-coming coach in the NFL. Like, they hired a dude to replace a guy that was a really good coach to get them over the top. Is there a candidate that the Packers can find that would be that dude that can get them over the top? Right now, I don't believe so. I don't think they're plucking some young up-and-coming coach to lead this Packers team. So at this moment in time, I do believe that what Aaron Rodgers said is absolutely right. Is there's a lot of chatter, a lot of talk about guys wanting to move on so quickly, and a lot of guys that move on and teams that move on quickly. You talked about Jeff Fisher and the Titans. They ain't been back to a Super Bowl. And so the thing is that you can fire the guy that you have, but do know there's no guarantee that they're going to be able to build that culture up to be the next Buccaneers from 20-plus years ago. So I think Matt LaFleur has built a solid foundation, a solid culture, but there clearly are holes that he has to clean up. And again, we've talked about it yesterday. We'll continue to talk about it. How will you finally get this team to finish? What will this offseason be all about? And will we see development and improvement from this team next season?
Well, it's a good point, Kyle, because under the same idea of dating and marriage or whatever, if you're dating somebody and the prom is in 2 weeks, you don't want to necessarily break up unless you are certain there are other fish in the field that you can go ahead and ask. The last thing you want to do is just fire Matt LaFleur and then figure it out later. That is absolutely the worst thing you can do. So if there's someone you can go get that you think is better, you go do that. But you don't just torch it all. You don't just break up with your girlfriend and then think, oh, wait a minute, I have no one to ask to prom anymore.
Have y'all ever stopped talking to a chick without knowing there's another chick that you can talk to?
Say that again?
Have you ever stopped talking to a woman? Let me be respectful. Have you ever stopped talking to a woman
chick
and not knowing that, okay, well, I may stop talking to her, but I can.
I needed to be done with her to focus on me. Isn't that what everyone says?
I can focus on me, but let me tell you, give me 2 weeks. 2 weeks, I'm going to find somebody else.
Yeah, but
back in my player days, if I moved on from one, I knew there was another one around the corner, like a bus.
But if there's none around the corner, maybe you kind of hang out and love the one you're with.
Exactly. And the Packers right now, I don't know they have somebody coming in 15 minutes.
Again, that's part of the conversation. Who is around the corner?
Thanks, Kyle.
Who's around the corner?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
We stopped talking to Matt. Who's around the corner that you love?
I mean, do you?
It's not up to us. It's up to Ed Policy.
Do you want an older lady like Harbaugh or Tomlin?
A little cougar? Trying to get a cougar, Mike Tomlin?
Pull back the clock.
Them cougars will teach you something. A little bit.
They've been around the block.
The Packers may need a little cougar to teach them something. To be honest. They're very
veterans in the locker room too.
There's just not enough. There's some guys that are coming up. I love what Javon Bullard was saying. Like I disagree with some of the stuff he said, but I love that attitude. The Packers need to have a little bit more of a tune.
I love that this young kid is currently scanning the QR code to listen to our show, and it's on a 2-minute delay probably.
Oh, he's gonna learn about women today.
He's gonna hear about sometimes you need a cougar.
Yeah, man.
First thing he's gonna hear. Love it.
Hey,
Daddy, what's a cougar?
Son, let me tell you, back in my day.
That's an animal, son.
All right.
That's an animal.
Strofe, you're coming up next here. Brad Nortman and Strovis. Little nerd man coming up, eh?
Nerd man.
We ran the Monte Carlo.
Nerd man.
250,000. How many, Strofe? 200,000 simulations of who the Packers' next head coach will be. We run through those scenarios with you. Next.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman.
Babe Ruth was short, fat. Well, I don't know how short he was. He looked short in the video. He was fat. He was stubby. He looked fat. He tried it. He didn't have a sprint. Have you ever seen Babe Ruth sprint? I wonder how many steals he had. 0.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Westbound 94 is bit backed up from 27th Street to about Mitchell Boulevard on the eastbound side. Quick little tap of the brakes between 70th Street and Holly Road. And southbound 43 still just a little bit backed up right through the Marquette. Traffic is brought to you by Fisco Auto Body. Call Fisco Auto Body to help with all body repair needs. Fisco, Fisco, Fisco. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Chance of rain, then snow, cloudy, blustery, a low of 23. And tomorrow, falling temperatures, mostly cloudy with a chance of snow showers, high of 25. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Can you feel it? It's the thrill of witnessing a walk-off grand slam, a game-winning touchdown, a buzzer-beating 3. Yeah, you know the feeling. And there's only one place to experience that raw exhilaration. Potawatomi Sportsbook. Catch all the action in a supreme space with dozens of sports betting kiosks, cool drinks, luxe seating, great food, fiery atmosphere, and a monster video wall. Become a legend at Potawatomi Sportsbook. More info online. Must be 21 to enter casino.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at more than 25 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that's Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
Well, the rumor mill surrounding the future of Packers head coach Matt LaFleur continues to swirl. Star edge rusher Micah Parsons, meeting with the media at Locker Cleanout on Monday, had quite the endorsement for the Packers head coach who just finished year number 7 in Titletown.
When I agreed to come here, you were part of the reason why I came here. I want you a part of this, and, I love you, and, I think you're a great coach.
LaFleur is entering the final year of his contract in 2026, and new president and CEO Ed Policy said before the season he would like to avoid a lame duck year.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank.
Concerned about fraud? Tri-City's got your back. Use debit card alerts. Help stop a card hack. You'll get notified when your card's being used so you can prevent your account from abuse. Tri-City National Bank, member FDIC.
Rick, tell Sarah about the practical joke you came up with.
Okay, Sarah, this is really great. Are you ready?
Rick, I'm always ready. I walk around in a constant state of readiness.
A man buys a woman a pair of diamond stud earrings from Kessler's.
So far, this doesn't sound like much of a practical joke.
Be patient, he's not done yet.
And then on her birthday, or Valentine's Day, or Mother's Day, or Tuesday, he sneaks them out of her jewelry box and replaces them with a larger pair.
Well, as practical jokes go, this one sounds delightful, but it also sounds expensive.
No, he bought them at Kessler's, remember?
When you buy diamond stud earrings from Kessler's,
and we have them for $180 to $24,000 a pair,
you always get 100% of the price you paid when you trade up for a larger pair.
He just pays the difference?
He just pays the difference.
I love practical jokes. When do I get my first pair?
For the Kessler's nearest you, go to KesslersDiamonds.com.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com. You're listening to Kyle Brust Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Brust Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. We love our great partners, especially Palermo's $5.99 Screamin' Sicilian's original thin and crispy or tavern style. That's $5.99 at Woodman's. Frozen Pizza Friday is a staple at the Brust household. My wife has plans Friday night. More frozen pizza Friday for me. Cheez-It Pizza, Stranger Things, Urban Pie. But, of course, the Screamin' Sicilians are my favorites. So many different kinds of types of pizzas, flavors, toppings, galore. It's just the best, man. Go to your local grocer's freezer, and you will taste what all that screaming is about. All right, Brad, Strofe, it's your time to shine. Let's live a little nerdy.
When the data gets dense. When the decimals demand justice. When one man dares to calculate it all.
Who is it?
It's Brad Nerdman on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Oh, that's right. Gather round, civilians, and fear not. We might be in dark days in our lovely city, but I have ran the numbers with my trusty assistant, Strophus, and by the power of sample size, Nerdman and Strophus
Nerdman
run the projections because, fellow citizens, feelings are temporary, numbers are forever.
Is that what they say?
Are they?
Something like that. We're trying to.
I think you hyped it up enough. Let's stick to the numbers.
All right. So, this was by far the most complicated Monte Carlo we have ever run because there's a lot of variables, a lot of factors at play here.
But how many simulations?
I ran a hefty, sturdy 200,000 simulations on who the Packers head coach in 2026 will be. And Kyle, fear not, there's a lot of answers.
All right, now let's see.
Buckle up.
47% of the time.
Oh, yeah, my boy's back.
It's Matt LaFleur, meaning 53% of the time, it's somebody else.
That's a lot.
So it is viewed at this very moment that it's about a 50-50 shot LaFleur's back.
Wow.
Nerdman.
Nerdman. The Mike Tomlin and John Harbaugh situations make the Monte Carlo believe it is actually more likely that Matt LaFleur would be fired because it is only every so often that a guy like Mike Tomlin is available. According to the Monte Carlo, Mike Tomlin's availability, a unicorn event.
Oh.
This is the silent killer of status quo outcomes.
Oh. What a way to phrase that.
Who would you replace him with? Protects incumbents. But that protection is gone this year because the presence of a Hall of Fame caliber, culture-defining coach tilts boards that otherwise would stand.
Powerful.
Now,
Kyle, you can smile, man.
I mean,
this is unbelievably great.
The computers are missing a little bit of context.
It's not, though.
This is data. This is numbers. You cannot argue with this.
Matt LaFleur being fired, it said fired. That's where you like, he's not getting fired.
You're going to argue with 200,000 simulations?
Well, 200,000 simulations told me my Packers were going to win last week.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did. It said
it
more
was
than likely
51-49.
Well, what is 51%? Is that a winner or a
and
loser?
There was some represented where it'd be close and the Bears win.
Yeah, I understand
that's what happened.
that. But 51% of the time they were supposed to win, and they did not.
Okay.
I don't think he understands.
Yeah, he doesn't understand. He doesn't understand numbers and math and probabilities.
Now, I mentioned 47%. The most likely outcome is that Matt LaFleur is extended. That's the model outcome because Green Bay's institutional DNA leads with process and continuity. And there are reports indicating that the team had planned to meet on an extension timeline, thus happening this week. But in 53% of simulations, it's a divorce. And it leads to various individuals potentially becoming the next head coach of the Green Bay Packers. Let's start with the least likely.
Oh, I like it.
Of 7 names that pop up. There's more than 7, but I'm just going to read you the top 7. The least likely of the 6, is Mike McDaniel, 4% chance. Mike McDaniel, the former head coach of the Miami Dolphins. Just ahead of him at 5.5%. The Seahawks offensive coordinator, Clint Kubiak. Clint Kubiak. 5.5%. What are you giggling?
Just the nature in which how you guys are using this data and projecting it.
7.4%. Kevin Stefanski.
Oh, I kind of dig that one. That's fun.
We have a tie for second place, 10% each. Jeff Hafley.
Oh, a mutiny.
And John Harbaugh, 10%.
Oh, wow.
And the leader in the clubhouse at 15.6% probability of being the next Packers head coach.
Is it who I think it is?
Second only to Matt LaFleur is Mike Tomlin.
He'd be a dude, tell you that right now. He'd be a
I'm
dude.
surprised Robert Saleh didn't crack this list.
I'm not.
He's a good coach, too.
Mike Tomlin, 15.5%. Hafley and Harbaugh, each 10%.
What do you make of those numbers, Bradley?
Nerdman looks at it and thinks to himself,
ooh, side output. How about a side output? I don't know if I've ever given you side output before.
what's side output?
Wait, what is that?
It's additional output from the Monte Carlo that maybe doesn't have to do with the main topic.
Okay.
In the 47% scenario that Matt LaFleur is extended, the model still has Jeff Hafley leaving for a head job at 42%.
Oh, wow.
That makes sense, though.
Because
9
his market
openings.
is very hot.
The power of numbers cannot be ignored. It's a strength and a power.
Okay.
Anyway.
We can get into actual opinions.
The numbers. Monte Carlo.
It is, Monte Carlo has spoken, and the answers are clear. I expected Matt LaFleur back at about 70%. 47% is not nearly as high as I thought. Monte Carlo, those simulations, I think they know a little something that we don't know.
Yeah, okay.
How can you argue with 47%?
I mean, we had a unicorn event that was the silent killer of the status quo.
I mean, that is a powerful statement.
Mike Tomlin.
I will say this. Mike Tomlin is the one coach where I feel like if they were to separate, he would be the guy you go and get.
Give me Mike Tomlin and then give me Mike McDaniel. Power the Mikes.
When Mike Tomlin has had a quarterback and he's had no coordinator, the man goes to Super Bowls. I mean, the guy, he's winning divisions. He is among the most productive coach in the NFL.
And then you think about the defensive side of football. He's been able to develop. Granted, their defense was not great this year. He's been able to develop talent, right? He's been part of the great defensive, great players that have come through that door for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I would definitely be all in.
He also stands on business, man. There's something about that I love.
Well, and he would have everybody's ear.
You don't not have a losing season without standing on business. The Green Bay Packers' problem isn't the fact that they couldn't get a winning season. They couldn't get over the top because of lack of discipline. You bring in a guy like that who already you have a foundation of what the Packers are very talented. The best quarterback he would have had since Ben Roethlisberger, who has retired years ago, Mike Tomlin could do something with his roster.
That is the Monte Carlo, Brad Nerdman, and Strovis.
Love side outputs.
Side output.
So good. So good.
In the 47% that Matt LaFleur is the head coach, right? 42% chance that Hafley would be a head coach and not with the Packers.
did also run some sensitivity analysis to understand how Matt LaFleur could get back to like a 60% chance he's extended.
Oh.
Would you like to hear that now?
Really quickly.
Please.
The long and short of it is the big part of the lame duck policy. No lame duck, force a decision. That alone drives the outcome closest to 50-50. That's how we got the 47-53. But if policy is even slightly flexible, he jumps to about a 62 to 65%.
Again, but that is a very with the negotiations and meeting Matt where he wants to be probably. But this is where this is very good information because we just don't know though
if he goes back on his word. If he allows LaFleur to coach without an extension.
And that's, again, like this all is about Ed policy and not knowing what this man's first big move is going to be as Packers president. But we're going to find out together, and we're going to keep running simulations, and we're going to keep getting data. We're going to keep feeding in information so we can accurately predict through the Monte Carlo who will be the Packers head coach in 2026. Strofe is an idiot, and I'll tell you why next.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
His career success rate was 51%. That's trash.
That is trash. That's really bad.
I'm Ricky Henderson in 1923. I want y'all to understand that.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. The Homer Hour with special guests every day from 5 to 6.
Here's the only question that counts. Everything else is crap. Will Ed Policy be able to walk out on the field with Matt LaFleur as the head coach?
The best 60 minutes of your day happens on the Homer Hour.
It could get worse, but can you put that guy in charge of the team and give him an extension?
Weekday afternoons from 5 to 6 on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
You've already put in the work. Now there's a way to make it count towards your degree. At Lakeland University, your work and life experience can earn you college credit, helping you finish faster, saving time and money. With flexible evening and online classes, plus multiple start dates, Lakeland fits your life. Study 100% online at one of our 6 locations across Wisconsin or on our residential campus in Sheboygan County. Customize your degree to fit your life, your goals, your future, without missing the moments that matter, at work or at home. Your experience matters here. Lakeland University. Experience it your way.
4 years. That's enough time to earn a college degree, to serve a full term as a president, to train for something big and become someone new.
You bet, and get 0% interest for 4 years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, so you can invest in your home and in life's biggest moments. With exclusive features and customizations, Pella offers the highest quality products at a price you can afford.
Aim high when setting your New Year's resolution and imagine what you can do in 4 years when you finance your home project with Pella. Visit PellaWI.com today.
With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
We were in the postseason what we were all throughout the regular season. A good team that couldn't put 4 quarters together, let teams hang around, and when you don't have Micah Parsons to clean up.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
You allow, things to happen at the end of games that don't and shouldn't happen.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Can you feel it? It's the thrill of witnessing a walk-off grand slam, a game-winning touchdown, a buzzer-beating 3. Yeah, you know the feeling. And there's only one place to experience that raw exhilaration. Potawatomi Sportsbook. Catch all the action in a supreme space with dozens of sports betting kiosks, cool drinks, luxe seating, great food, fiery atmosphere, and a monster video wall. Become a legend at Potawatomi Sportsbook. More info online. Must be 21 to enter casino.
Selling your home during winter may surprise you. Serious buyers are still out there and often more eager to move.
Homes get strong offers this time of year, and with less competition, your listing can really shine.
I'm Tony Wendorf with Tony Wendorf & Associates First Weber.
And I'm Lindsay Bendler. Our team leads with faith, gratitude, and giving back, donating over $200,000 to local causes since 2020.
Tony Wendorf & Associates is ready to get to work for you with our white glove selling experience. Just search online, Tony Wendorf.
A real estate team that always leads with faith and gratitude.
Tony Wendorf & Associates.
The pursuit of fair wages and top-of-the-line benefits is achieved when the right union has your back. The Sheet Metal Workers Labor Union is extremely diverse, representing Wisconsinites working HVAC, architectural metals, welding, specialty fabrication, and much more. Make great living wages with outstanding benefits, pensions, and apprenticeship programs in trained, safe working environments. The Sheet Metal Workers Union is a leading force in the revitalization of the labor movement in Wisconsin.
From the biggest plays on the court to the comments made in the locker room after. An in-depth recap of every Bucks game.
In 6 minutes. No more?
No less. Bucks in 6 on the Bucks Plus audio network. If you missed any of the game or just want to relive the biggest moments, Bucks in 6 provides game recaps every morning after. Hear the high-flying dunks from Giannis or the deep threes from Miles Turner. And catch the comments post-game about what happened on the court. Bucks in 6 on the Bucks Plus audio network. Find it now on bucks.com/plus or on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Madison, Tuesday, January 20th, will be broadcasting on-site at the UW Bookstore from 2 to 5, celebrating IKEA's brand new partnership with UW-Madison. IKEA is now closer than ever with their new pickup point inside the University Bookstore. You can order online and pick up as soon as the next day, and it is free for IKEA family members, so swing by the UW Bookstore on Tuesday the 20th at the new IKEA pickup point to see us, or you can shop at IKEA.us, IKEA app, and choose the University Bookstore pickup point. And don't forget to sign up for IKEA Family, which includes free Madison pickup. Can't wait to be there. And again, like I mentioned, all those times that you were in college, you don't have to go to the store now. You can just go to the bookstore. Boom. Right there for pickup. Thank you, parents. Thanks for the nice gift before I went back to school. Kyle, Brust Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. We have a very, very, very young man named Alex Strofe who is an idiot. And for the longest time was putting documents into the printer to scan them to his email 1 page by 1 page. He thought, I have 20 pages. I put the first one in and I send it and it will go voop and then email it to me. You can put all 20 in and type in your email and it goes voop, 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 and it will email it to yourself.
So
what the heck, Stroh?
I did learn that yesterday. Now, Two pieces of this. Okay, so back over 5 years ago now, when I was interviewing with our former general manager at ESPN Madison, he goes by the name of Keith Williams. Wonderful guy. It was my final round interview. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm going to finally get my break in sports radio. He goes, Alex, I ask all my applicants this, what's your biggest shortcoming? And my response was, and I still got the job, amazing. My response was, I struggle tremendously with printers.
You're such an idiot times two.
I've been very technologically savvy my whole life. Printers are the one thing I can never figure out, and they frustrate me to no end. And it's always been a shortcoming of mine. So I used that in the interview. Still got the job. Here we are 5+ years later. But printers never been my jam. So yesterday, I see what I did there.
Nice.
Yesterday, I did have to scan over 24 pages of something. And Josh DiMaggio told me, you can just put it in the top rack and it'll go. And I went, no way. It usually takes
light bulb.
I always wondered how the person in the morning did it because it takes me like 25 minutes every time.
Oh, my God. Wow. You're talking about the log?
Yeah, you got to open it, take out the page,
put it
back in.
That's absurd. You did it page by page?
In previous iterations where I've had to do it, yes.
Bro, you've had like how many? Well, I guess you can do it. And
you've wasted 2 years of your adult life using the printer.
So here's the thing. So yesterday, I learned this new trick. And I was like, that's amazing. So I sent it over to the person in our company that deals with the things I was sending over. And he sent an email to Josh DiMaggio and Will and said, hey, looks like whoever scanned it today did it upside down. It's all white pages. Blank white pages. So
not you put it face down?
It's time out. So you put it in a tray face down.
Oh, God.
You put it in a tray face down, Strofe?
Yeah, that's exactly what
Doug, you are
Strofe. Come
you are
on.
special. I just don't understand how you go this long and nobody has discovered how dumb you are when it comes to this.
I'm really bad at printers. Self-awareness, the most important human quality.
So you thought because you put it face down on
he
the
also eats one spaghetti at a time, Kyle. He doesn't scoop spaghetti together.
I wouldn't be surprised. If
I brush one tooth at a time.
When you have a group, instead of a group text, you send a text to each person individually, as opposed to a group text.
What else do you do?
One pop of bubble wrap,
Yeah.
Pop. That's it. I'm good.
I eat popcorn one kernel at a time.
Yeah, exactly. Trail mix even.
Yeah, trail mix. I separate them. Yeah.
Of course you do.
I'm glad you figured this out, though.
One clap instead of an applause. Just.
Well, I actually did do that for a long time in forensics.
I just like
claps.
I will say
that's really dumb.
The greatest.
That's really dumb.
It is dumb.
I do dumb. That's really, really dumb.
In 2015, when I got my first job, that's when I discovered scan to email, and I said, "This is the greatest creation ever."
Meanwhile, he's like one page. Boop.
Yeah, that's a decade
you
ago.
open the tray, you put it on the glass.
Wait,
and these logs are long.
Yeah, it's like 25 to 30 pages.
So instead of learning your way around the anatomy of a printer, you just done it incredibly inefficiently?
That's my understanding.
You know how you can save your name in there too when you scan, so you don't have to type your name.
I think his name was already in there.
Well, I wasn't sending it to myself, but yeah, you can do that.
You can also send it to yourself and then forward it over to the person who needs it, so you have a copy and they have a copy. You can make sure.
We need to tell you these things after what we've learned, Strofe. So don't act all high and mighty that you know how to use a printer.
You need a copy because you would have known that you sent all white pages to the person.
That's a fair point. I then threw the pages out. They got
That's my scrap paper for the show.
They got all wet, and we had to dry them out before we resent them.
2 minutes.
Westbound 94 is bit backed up from 27th Street to about Mitchell Boulevard. On the eastbound side, quick little tap of the brakes between 70th Street and Holly Road. And southbound 43, still just a little bit backed up right through the Marquette. Traffic is brought to you by Fisco Auto Body. Call Fisco Auto Body to help with all body repair needs. Fisco, Fisco, Fisco. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Chance of rain, then snow, cloudy, blustery, a low of 23. And tomorrow, falling temperatures, mostly cloudy with a chance of snow showers, a high of 25. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
It's a new year, and everyone's talking resolutions. Eat better, move more, give up everything fun. Yeah, Carbless says you don't have to do that part, because when you reach for a Carbless, you're choosing a better-for-you cocktail. With 0 carbs, 0 sugar, only 100 calories, and full of flavor, you can stay on track with your New Year's resolutions without having to commit to dry January. Start 2026 with balance, not guilt. Your goals matter, and your fun does too. Carbless, your New Year's first good decision.
Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. The 414 Hour on KBN is brought to you by Siding Unlimited. Siding Unlimited is Wisconsin's leader in Pella window installation. Looking for new windows, siding, roof, and doors? Visit them at sidingunlimited.com.
It's the 414 Hour at 4 on KBN.
A lot of response coming in on the Carbless Talk and text line as we just discovered Alex Strofe over the last 10 years of his life has been scanning documents on a printer. If he had 20 pages, he would do one at a time. Didn't put it in the top rack where it would take all 20. A lot of questions here. So
that's a 25-minute job.
On the Carbless
That's what
Talk.
I'm saying. I always felt bad for the person. That's why I've always been like, yeah, I'm not doing that. Somebody else can do that.
Printer anxiety. You have a printer phobia probably at this point.
I've always, like I said in my interview 5+ years ago, I really have always struggled with printers.
What's your biggest flaw? I struggle with printers.
They're large and intimidating.
On the Carbless Talk and text line, Justin chimes in, Strofe with printers or LaFleur with the lead? What's worse?
Yeah, fair point.
Scary moments.
It's got to be me, by the way.
So, yes, he did send 25 different emails and attachments to the poor person he was sending.
You can stack them. You can stack them on a printer.
Yeah,
you can stack them.
But still, it's
still wasted a lot of time.
So they send as like an individual PDF?
Did you have any trouble with double-sided pieces of paper?
Yeah.
Double-sided is a pain in the
What do you
behind.
mean, printing them or scanning them?
Either or, man. I don't know with you.
Printing I can do. The scanning... Well, here's the thing.
Oh, God. I don't need an explanation.
No, you do. Because when you open a printer, right, it's the glass and there's a light.
The laser.
And it makes it relatively translucent. So if I put a double-sided piece of paper down, wouldn't it see both sides then in the scan?
No, when you close it up, it has the ability not to see the other side.
Because I think that destroys all the light in there, right? You close it and it only reads.
Hey, wait, have you never scanned a double-sided or anything like that before? Because out of concern and worries that it would.
You see double.
Yes.
You would see double.
Look at his face. Put yourself on stream.
Yes.
You're turning red because of a printer.
Bro, I
hate printers. Okay, now here's the thing. You guys are really making a big deal out of something that's not that big of a deal. Because
No.
It's fairly elementary.
But that I agree with. But listen to me for a moment. How often do you think I am scanning documents?
That's true. Not often.
I'm me.
LaFleur's worse. Strofe at least figured it out.
But the issue is I did it wrong.
Well, either way, I hope you're ready for what I wanted you to have prepared. Packers Tinder.
Oh, we should have some love music for this.
Kyle, Brust Nortman with you till 5 o'clock. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Alex Strofe's running the show. To have your thoughts heard and to make fun of Strofe, 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and text line. To see our beautiful faces on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, at ESPN Madison. Now there's 3-cone drill jokes with printing jokes, and it's all getting bad for him.
Thank goodness these Bears fans haven't found the 3-cone drill.
I'm going to post it to one of the trolls.
Don't do it to him. Don't you do it to that boy's mental psyche and
He's
mental
criticizing Colston Loveland, meanwhile running a 3-cone in the fashion which
Oh, my gosh. We should totally, from ESPN Milwaukee, have posted the same guy who had a bad take on Colston Loveland. Look at his draft combine.
Don't get that.
That would be criminal.
He would have to crawl into a hole for weeks. He couldn't do it. Like, legitimately couldn't do it.
We have to do it. We have to. It is our job to do it.
No.
We got to protect our
Bears
own
fans.
vicious
Leave Strofe alone.
Yeah, for real. I'm with Mama Wallace on that one.
You don't want to see my DMs already.
How many death threats and all type of things out your name you've been called?
Oh, I mean, let's just look.
Someone threatened to beat me up.
2
mean messages.
3. This is just death.
Yeah, a lot of death.
4.
What's crazy is
just 4.
People messaged me before the first game and then nothing after the first game. Well, that second game, boy, it's been hot.
It's been hot in the DMs.
Not the DMs.
Not like the single days.
Yeah.
Well, whose DMs will the Packers be in as we play a little Packers Tinder here on KBN? Brad, Tinder is an app.
Tell me.
In which people try to find love interests. And when you are looking for said love interests, pictures pop up. And if you like them, you swipe right. If you are not interested in meeting them or getting to know them further, you swipe left. How we are going to play this today. I'm going to give you a name.
Brad, right good, left bad.
Right good, left bad.
I'm going to give you a name. If you want them on the 2026 Green Bay Packers, you're going to swipe right. If you do not want them on the 2026 Green Bay Packers, you swipe left. Here we go with our first name. Goatee and all. Rich Bisaccia.
Report. Not even left or right. It's report this person. Report. They should not be on the app. They should not be eligible for another job.
No, that's a fraud. That's not a real. That's a bot. That's not real. Not a real person.
You see, like, it's
left and report.
What do they call it? Manti Teo?
Catfish. Rich Bisaccia was the biggest catfish of all time. Oh, he's this great special teams coordinator. He's the assistant head coach.
And as you would say,
what has he helped us manage?
Flirtatious in the chat.
Yeah, no, I mean, for real, what has he helped Matt LaFleur manage? He can't manage game clock. He can't manage timeouts. Can't manage the team out of a timeout to not get a delay game.
He's left.
Swipe left and never have him come back. Block him.
Block him. Stay on the coaching staff. Adam Stenovich.
Man, I know we're in the heat of the emotion, but I'm swiping left, man.
What is
the
he,
way
what
he
has
talked?
he done?
Also, by the way he talked about Matthew Golden in that 1 minute and 20 minute or 1 minute and 20 second like press conference answer about how Matthew's got a bright future for him. He's probably not going to have a role here. It took Bo Melton, a two-way player, basically a defensive player that played more offense than defense, and Dontavian Wicks being out for Matthew Golden to shine in the biggest game of the season, in which he's in charge of putting the offensive players in spots to be successful, and he was a first-round pick, and then we see what he was able to do in the last game of the season.
Sound like a love interest for Benny.
No, it's a swipe left. I mean, Steno seems like just a legacy guy. He's just there because he is there. And you need a guy, like Kyle said, to kind of challenge and push Matt LaFleur. Seems like more of a yes man than anything. We need a little bit more stirred pot.
It's that ugly Tinder app right now. Nightcrawler.
Everybody
right
needs
He's a grizzled vet. He's got facial hair, and he kicks wide left. Brandon McManus.
Jeez Louise, it just keeps getting worse. Keeps getting worse. Swipe
Are you going
left.
to throw a hottie in here or what?
Dang, all these twos.
Left.
There's a lot of swipe right kickers coming out there. You got to draft one, try to develop one again.
Well, they got Haversick to a futures deal, so he'll be back around.
Yeah,
next
but
year.
he's not the guy that you want kicking in a wild card game in Chicago.
Oh, so you're anti-substitute teachers?
Yeah, as a full-time teacher, yeah.
Wow.
They haven't established a curriculum.
Haversick?
Weren't you a substitute teacher? Stand up for your guy.
I was a little offended there when you said as a full-time teacher. He'll be fine. I could have been a great teacher.
I'm sure you could have.
Couldn't
write a curriculum and
I did that.
Give us somebody good.
Oh, number 52 in the program, but number 1 in your hearts.
Save the cat money.
We're just getting
Rashawn Gary.
Scam. Left. He's a scam.
We're just getting all the drudgery of the world. That's left.
You call him a scammer. All I could think of is people getting scammed by like African princes. Scam. Yeah, I'm swiping left on Rashawn Gary. I really.
Dude, he got a massive contract. He scammed them with their production.
Do the princes use Tinder accounts under the guise of a chick named Brooke? Like, is that how that works?
I mean, I'm sure they do. But sometimes it's just an African prince using a false picture of themselves, being some chiseled dude.
So,
what are we talking about?
Yes,
Brad, you don't watch any trash TV.
No, and can we please keep on the Packers
the African
Tinder.
Prince scam?
No.
Quay Walker.
Swipe
I'm right.
Swipe right.
I'm right.
I mean, I'm not gonna get him an engagement ring.
Yeah.
But I want him around. I'll keep dating him. I'll take him on a next date.
Yeah, I got to see how expensive this Quay Walker is going to be.
What kind of restaurant he wants to go to?
But again, we're swiping right or left on interest right now.
I'm going to say you got to look at their profile to see what are they wearing. What type of taste do they have? Is too expensive taste?
Sure.
I'm swiping left. And I feel like Quay Walker taste might be a little bit too expensive for me. So I'm going to swipe left on Quay Walker.
I'm swiping right because because you swipe right or left means you can still talk to them and see if you want to go on a date.
I'm not dismissing him. I'm not dismissing him.
Well, then they got the button where you can revert back and somebody you passed on, you can get them back. I'm going to press that button. I'm going to swipe right on that.
You guys ready to talk about the big uglies?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Give me the thickums. Give me the thickums.
Don't be mean.
That's what they call offensive linemen, big uglies.
True.
Yeah. Okay, thank God.
Hog mollies, if you will.
Yeah. Who doesn't like
Hog
the
mollies.
Yeah.
Elton Jenkins.
Unfortunately, he's probably a left at this point.
I think you swipe left. You got someone that's just borderline hottie in Jordan Morgan. That's why you drafted him. I'm not trying to take Elton Jenkins out to an expensive.
I mean, you paid Banks, and you have Belton, who you drafted, who ended up playing. So it's left.
Can you define that for me? Borderline hottie.
You see some potential in the right lighting. You're like, you know what? You're all right.
So a good from far, far from good.
What's the movie?
10-5-2, if you
What's the movie where she puts on the glasses?
She's All That?
Is that it?
Is that it?
Shallow Hal wants a gal.
I don't know what that means either.
You never seen Shallow Hal? I'm swiping left on him as well. $18.5 million base salary in 2026. I'm not doing it.
Sean Ryan filled in for him at center.
I'm swiping right on Sean.
Yeah, he did pretty well in there.
Yeah, he was fine. I think the offensive line actually was better with Sean Ryan than it was with Elton Jenkins.
Swiping right
at center.
I like right. Swiping right.
I mean, I'm swiping right, but don't mean he's starting again next year. I'm drafting the center.
A lot of groupthink going on right here. Let's try this one. Last one for you. Mr. Two Flags a Game, Rasheed Walker.
He's going to be paid too much. I'm swiping left.
Yeah,
want too much.
He's looking for a ring, and I'm just looking for a fling. And he's trying to get paid. I'm not trying to pay.
He wants a ring. I'm looking for a fling.
Yeah, powerful. Isn't it?
You know,
that's
for
why
the guy
the
guy that has been married by far the longest on this panel, you've really got your hip sayings down.
I find this so fun to be not like in actuality, but in this hypothetical world of Packers Tinder.
What do you mean? Of course, we're in actuality right now. We're talking about Packers players and coaches.
As a guy who never got to experience like the Tinder age, this is hilarious. This is so much fun.
It was
I can
fun
see
time.
why all the
Great
youth
pastime.
was on it for a minute.
It's a great pastime.
Any others that are worth noting?
Those are the worthwhiles.
The worthwhiles.
What about Keyshawn Nixon?
It's a lot of swiping left.
I mean, there's a lot of movement.
The thing is, you have to swipe right on Keyshawn Nixon because you've got no depth.
No, you need to be draft. You need to figure it out. This team, you need a good corner. You definitely.
But you
need
don't
a
even
good
have a first-round draft pick.
You don't need a first-round draft pick to get a good corner. You got 2nd through 7th, so I'm not worried about that. The Green Bay Packers can upgrade at the corner position because that's a must. It's D-line and it's corner that they must upgrade. Got to get some more depth on the offensive line as well, and we'll be right back at it next year.
Well, the biggest football Sunday of the year is coming on February 8th, and you know where you're going to be watching the game? Potawatomi Casino Hotel's amazing sports book. Watch at the 1100 Bar and Lounge, Rock and Brews Restaurant, or the Small Bar. But you can get a ticket to the tailgate party in the annex next to Potawatomi Sportsbook. You can reserve premium seating, which is going to be amazing if you can do so, at the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Ticket and reservations are available starting January 8th, so it's been 5 days. So get ahead of the game and get to watch the big game at Potawatomi Sportsbook. Food and drink specials with $20 pitchers, $10 off the 100-ounce beer tube. It's all there for you at Potawatomi Casino Hotel and their amazing sports book. You know, Kyle, you brought something up that is probably going to be a theme. There was one player who spoke to the media that I think is speaking your language. We're going to hear from Javon Bullard on finishing
dogs
next.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you're 92.
Yeah.
I thought it was 93. You said 93.
Almost 93.
When's his birthday?
May.
It's July.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Southbound on 894 is closed right now heading into the Hail interchange, specifically to get onto the Rock Freeway southbound. There is a crash there, and they have all those lanes blocked. We also have a crash on 43 southbound right in the Marquette interchange in the center lane, basically on the ramp to get onto westbound 94. That's backing things up all the way back past North Avenue, past up to Locust. And we also have one on 4394 southbound at Beecher. This is off on the right shoulder. Traffic is brought to you by the Neal Group. John Neal and his team know how to minimize your taxes to keep more money in your pocket. Visit nealgroup.net to learn more. That's nealgroup.net. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast tonight, chance of rain, then switches over to snow. It'll be cloudy and blustery, a low of 23. Tomorrow, falling temperatures, mostly cloudy with a chance of snow showers, a high of 25. Weather is brought to you by Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center in Waukesha. Another two-man scramble tournament is underway. Play the Kapalua Plantation course for a shot at cash prizes. Must play by January 31st. Sign up now at wisconsinindoorgolfcenter.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
With Wilde and Tauscher, you won't miss a play.
We were in the postseason what we were all throughout the regular season. A good team that couldn't put 4 quarters together, let teams hang around, and when you don't have Micah Parsons to clean up.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
You allow, things to happen at the end of games that don't and shouldn't happen.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Can you feel it? It's the thrill of witnessing a walk-off grand slam, a game-winning touchdown, a buzzer-beating 3. Yeah, you know the feeling. And there's only one place to experience that raw exhilaration. Potawatomi Sportsbook. Catch all the action in a supreme space with dozens of sports betting kiosks, cool drinks, luxe seating, great food, fiery atmosphere, and a monster video wall. Become a legend at Potawatomi Sportsbook. More info online. Must be 21 to enter casino.
Real James Imaging Systems clients. You've heard them right here on the radio for years. For instance, Chris Willems, office manager with Previent Law Firm.
I like the fact that the company is local and I can always get a hold of my representative who I have on speed dial or I have a cell phone.
Then there's James Imaging Systems client Preston Clark, who oversees IT services at Creative Business Interiors.
If I do need service, they're here almost within 4 hours every time. I've never had an issue where I'm like, where is that guy?
James Imaging Systems Business Technology client Lori Salzman, Vice President of Enterprise Services at Junior Achievement. achievement of Wisconsin.
I've never met an organization that is so responsive to make sure that we are up and running all the time for us to be more efficient and allow us to focus more on the work that we do for helping young people.
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. To learn more, visit jamesimaging.com.
Kevin Moret here for Mentality. Listen up, gentlemen. You're fighting an unfair battle. Studies show testosterone levels in men have plummeted by 25% in just 2 decades. That's why you're struggling with energy, muscle, and drive. But here's a game changer. Mentality's FDA-approved treatments boost testosterone by 30% on average. Imagine reclaiming the vitality your grandfathers had. Picture turning heads, dominating your career, and feeling unstoppable again. Don't settle for today's normal. Seize the day at mentalityhealth.com/radio. That's mentalityhealth.com/radio.
The shot clock's winding down, and Saturn Lounge scores at the buzzer. When your marketing needs a slam dunk, our team drives the lane with creative strategy, branding, websites, video storytelling, and marketing campaigns that win. We run the full court press in every engagement, pushing the pace, finding that open shot, and delivering the highlight reel results. Our Saturn Lounge team ensures that your marketing content and campaigns dominate like a champion. Don't settle for a turnover or a missed shot or a wasted possession. Let Saturn Lounge run your marketing game plan now. To tell the world your story, visit SaturnLounge.com today.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
2026 is your year for a pain-free life, and QC Kinetics is here to give it to you. If you've got the pain, your knees, your hips, your shoulders, or your back, wherever it hurts, that joint pain won't go away on its own, but QC Kinetics uses cellular treatments to give you your life back. They're the nation's leader in regenerative medicine, and they're right here in Milwaukee that can deliver these treatments to help your body repair the areas that's causing you pain. Say goodbye to 3 to 6 months of recovery, goodbye to pain, and goodbye to invasive surgery, and say hello to a better, stronger, best year yet in 2026. Your free consultation, where they will diagnose you and put you on your personal path to a pain-free life, is waiting for you at QC Kinetics. It's waiting for you on their side of this phone call to them. 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
Kyle, Brust, and Nortman with you till the Homer Hour at 5 o'clock. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and text line. List is more. Now, a big part of our conversation today, of course, is Matt LaFleur, but more importantly, what we've seen from him as the head coach in the games, late in games, finishing games. And Kyle was like, we need to focus on finishing these games. That is the emphasis that we need to have all offseason long, asking Mark Tauscher about that. So we'll hear from Javon Bullard, who spoke candidly about this topic.
Two types of people in this world. You got one guy that's just going to keep your foot on their neck and keep talking. And you got the other guys going to put them out while you're down there. So we got to be that team that's going to put people out when they're down there. So and we didn't do that this year. We didn't do it the last game. We didn't do it in the previous game before that. So that's something that we got to find within ourselves to be better next year.
Javon, how? Woo! Foot on the neck, baby. Foot on the neck. That's the mentality that you need.
Well, he said they had the foot on the neck and we're talking crap. But they need the people to put the people down.
You got to. In sports-wise, you got to finish them, and that's something that the Green Bay Packers lack. When I hear Javon Bullard say that, I hear somebody who is an emerging leader on this team. But granted, you ain't got to be the best player to be able to have a voice. And clearly, what we've seen with him is that he may, have this sense of confidence, but on the field, he improved this year. He backs it up. He brings the wood, and he also seems to bring a little bit of spirit to this team. So I need more guys to have this mentality that Javon Bullard had, because overall this defense needs to set the tone. Early in the game against the Bears, they were able to set the tone, but they couldn't keep that up. You need to have dogs out there that will fly around and pop somebody and get everybody going. I never forget, Brad, you may have remembered this story, when Racine Park back in the day played against, I think it was Arrowhead or Homestead or something like that in the playoffs, and they had this kid named like Jesse Hamilton that literally coach told the guy, if they fair catch it, you hit him regardless. And he literally popped the punt returner regardless to set the tone for Racine Park. They go on with John Clay to win the state championship. Now, obviously that's a penalty, but you are setting the tone. You need some dogs that are going to go in there and set the tone and be able to walk the walk and talk the talk. And so for the Green Bay Packers, we need more dudes like Javon Bullard moving into next season that says, listen, this is not good enough. I'm not satisfied with 21-3. It should be better than they shouldn't have scored a single point. We need more guys who are never satisfied until the game is over. Micah Parsons tweeted during that game, you got to play a full 4 quarters. And guess what? The team did not. They did not.
And real quick, Brad, I agree with Kyle. Javon Bullard can have a voice, and I do like what he brings, but this is second year, Javon Bullard.
And he's a good player.
Yeah, again, totally respect where he's coming from. The problem is this goes back to, again, the main conversation about LaFleur and the philosophy of Goody of not having guys older than 30 years old, because that seems to be the Mendoza line of when you could be on the Packers roster or not. And that's when you don't have those older veterans and leaders that have that experience to hold accountable and bring that experience of someone who's been in that situation and can talk to the rest of the team. Because, it's one thing if Javon Bullard goes up to, Carrington Valentine, but he's not going to go up to, everyone else. There's got to be someone else so he can be someone who's part of the solution. It's going to be hard for someone like him to be the solution.
There's a legitimate thought that I had after that game is if Devontae Adams is on that team, do you think, especially the makeup of this team, do you think the Packers offense stalls out like that in the third quarter? I know we've had games where the Packers offense stalled out, but with the iteration of what this team is, you think with a spirited guy like Devontae Adams, he isn't able to get a first down for the Packers to move the chain?
I hope he'd be in LaFleur's face.
Yeah, you wouldn't think so. I mean, the Packers just in reality don't have enough guys that are intense like this, that there's no level of fear when it comes to the Green Bay Packers. There's talent, there's flashiness, there's some toughness, but Micah Parsons, I guess, is feared. He is feared, of course. But collectively, the Green Bay Packers are not necessarily feared like the great teams in the NFL are as a collective unit. And to me, that does come from the top down. That does come from Matt LaFleur down. And he never has really been able to establish a culture where the intensity of putting a guy's, foot on a guy's throat and finishing them. And I don't know what it's going to take to do it. It's going to have to be the guys in the locker room that let that come out of them. And that's where I think Jeff Hafley has done a little bit of this, because I know there's been some criticism of Baltimore Ravens in this game. Before Jeff Hafley, I felt like this defense was fairly soft, right? They kind of just were very passive, bend but don't break. Jeff Hafley, even though the defense hasn't been great, he has brought more of an unguided missile, more of an intense, more of a heavy-hitting hand to this defense that I see on the field. But you need more of these guys. And honestly, I need Jordan Love to be more like this. Don't be someone you're not, but
how do you throw that needle? We have this conversation all the time. He's not the call guys out guy.
He's not.
He's the calm, cool, collected, consistent guy.
But
do you think he has to change in order to be great, or is this fault of the coach and he doesn't have to be that?
When I hear Brian Balaga yesterday, both on our show and the Homer Hour, talk about his concern was offensive linemen, they're not getting to the line, right? Because then you can't go through your checks, you can't call, you can't do assignments, and then you're set up for failure as you start the play call, or you get delay of games. And he said that LaFleur, or not LaFleur, that Aaron Rodgers would say to him, hey, get your bleeps to the line. And and that's all you need to say. Where is Jordan Love doing that? Now, Matt LaFleur should have done that too. After one series of that, Matt LaFleur should step in and say, hey, we got to get to the line. Get your butt to the line. But where's Jordan Love saying this too?
Remember earlier during the year when the Green Bay Packers were
Cowboys game.
And
you don't have to be a jerk about it either. You can just be firm.
Yeah, moseying around. There is a level of
you're right. That moseying against the Cowboys.
Brad is absolutely right. Where there's this level of there needs to be a firm intensity of. When you're a nice person, right? Sometimes you got to let people know, like, no, I'm not playing games right now. I don't know if Jordan Love has that type of mentality in him where he can say to the dudes, like, get on the bleeping line, like, let's go. And where the guys won't be like, just ain't Jordan, but they're like, oh, snap, I done made Jordan mad. Like, he needs to take that next evolution. Like, his leadership is there, but now there needs to be a level of fear. Healthy fear that everybody has with disappointing or letting Jordan Love down.
Strofe knows a lot about healthy fear.
He does. He lives with it every day.
That's his life.
And so what I need for Jayden Reed is when Jayden Reed dropped that ball, I don't just need for Jayden Reed to say, I messed up, I let y'all down. I want Jayden Reed going back into that huddle, understanding that Jordan Love is going to stare him down and tell him, you got to have that.
Come on, man. We need you.
Not a pat on the back, you got this, but a sense of
next time, buddy.
Bro, we better than that.
And it doesn't have to be, either you're super soft, which I'm not saying that Jordan Love is, or Aaron Rodgers type throw guys under the bus. It doesn't have to be either extreme. But Jordan Love can have a level of firmness, say, hey, man, we need you. Come on. We need you. That's all it takes. And then the one thing I will say, and this goes back to Ben's point of Goody bringing guys that have been there, done that have earned respect in the league. That's when it's most powerful. Javon Bullard, promising young player, and he's got some dog in him, which I love. But when a guy has been there, done that, maybe he's made some Pro Bowls. If it's like Xavier McKinney or now Jordan Love, he has had plenty of success, and he is well respected that his voice carries more. So it's not just, is it being said, it's who is saying it. That makes a big deal in the locker room.
Who are your dogs in Carolina when you played there and then also in Jackson?
Carolina, Thomas Davis, Luke Kuechly, Greg Olson, Ryan Khalil, all those guys were like, and Charles Tillman, Peanut Tillman, Roman Harper.
You had a lot.
A lot of guys.
Were they vocal?
And then Jackson. Vocal on the field, and none of them were jerks. None of them were jerks, but they were all held themselves to a super high standard. And if something wasn't working out, they would call it out. Again, not like Aaron Rodgers. Don't think that. Think of like, hey man, like I need you here in this position. More of like a hard coach than more than being a jerk. And then in Jacksonville, Calais Campbell, Paul Posluszny. Young Jalen Ramsey.
We got too many kids on this team. When you talk about the Carolina Panthers, I realize you said guys calling out other guys. I just don't see too many dudes calling out other guys in practice. Again, I'm not there, but I just feel like there's not enough dudes who have that level of intensity to say you need to be there. Like Rashawn Gary obviously is a vocal leader for this team, but I don't know if he's calling out other guys.
But we're having the same conversation in a different way. Going back to when Brad was talking about heading into Week 18. When they had success was when they were mature and experienced, and that was in 2015. In 2013, where they were immature and inexperienced, like there's just so many of those things right now, but the Packers are in this cycle of continuously drafting and letting go of the older guys, and even though they're the youngest team in the league, there's enough experience there, but it doesn't have, like, there's not like a 5-year experience guy that's been through thick and thin and maybe 2 different organizations that have been through this and that can bring the message to a player that trickles down through everyone where you're like, yeah, if he's saying it, like again, it's that's what it's all about. Like if you're on an equal playing field and then somebody decides to speak up, they're like, oh man, bumps this guy.
Totally.
We've all been there.
Yep.
Like don't be something you're not. But if somebody is that and they've been that and they show that, then others will follow. And then if you're not following with them, you're going to get left behind and get passed up.
Well, if you compare, like what I've said before, right? 2013 Panthers, we'd never been in the playoffs before, up-and-coming team, inexperienced, and immature to some degree, but Coach Rivera had laid a foundation of toughness and discipline and all the things. Fast forward 2 years, there was more player-centric leadership, player-centric accountability. But we were all veterans. A lot of the core stayed together. Well, Matt LaFleur, the question of Matt LaFleur, is he getting an outsized amount of criticism because it's the players who play? The reality is that's Green Bay under Goody. Green Bay under Goody will always tilt young. When that's the case, you won't have the luxury of player-led accountability.
So more
falls on the head coach, and it always will under Goody.
Again, it's going to be
it might be fair, but it's just reality.
It's going to be very interesting to see the season because the guy that we use in this audio is Javon Bullard, who is only in year 2. He's going into year 3, and just like in anything in your career, year 3 is a year where you really starts to change. Like you start to find your voice.
Yeah, you're also playing for your next contract.
Level
year
of confidence.
3, you start rolling.
But think about the year 3 guys: Javon Bullard, baller, but also seems like a leader. Evan Williams, baller, seems like a leader. Edrin Cooper, baller, seems like a leader as well. Tucker Kraft. But if those 3 guys on the defensive side, he's going to the 4th year. But if those 3 guys on the defensive side of football find their voice and they have the play to match up with it, I think guys will follow. I really do think it's going to be a great offseason, not only for these guys to figure out how do we finish games, but also for new guys who ball out on the field and can have a voice. Because I can see those 3, Evan, Williams, Cooper, and Bullard, I can see them all having their voice being found this offseason.
Yeah, well, still need a lot more than just them, and you may need a defensive coordinator. We will all find out together. It's going to be a busy week here on Kyle Brust Nortman. I can tell you that Grimal & Associates Insurance protects what matters most, and I can speak from experience because I got coffee with Mandy, and I've been working with their team, and it was just so easy. Everyone thinks it's like, I should do this, I should switch, I could probably save money. You can, and you can get better service, and you can have it all in one place with a team that's there for you. I have switched my home, both of our cars, and have an umbrella under American Family Insurance with Grimal and Associates. And the follow-ups are perfect timing, helping me with the question I have as I transition, helping with the other insurance to compare quotes to see where we need to be so I can make the switch, because now I don't have that expedited call center all the way out nowhere. I have a local team that's been serving Greater Milwaukee for 30 years, and Mandy and her team will be amazing for you as well. So connect with them at Grimal and Associates. TeamGrimal.com. That's Team GRAMOLL.com. I'm telling you, it has been seamless, and I'm so happy to be working with Mandy and Grimal and Associates. Strofe time next.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN.
Transformers, Megan Fox.
No, I would say Megan Fox, we all good, but 7:45 is starting to go. You got to transform your ass up out of here.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Problems on 894 southbound. The ramp to get onto the Rock Freeway southbound is closed right now because of a crash. So that's backing things up all the way back to Greenfield Avenue. It is not where you want to be right now, so just be prepared, or possibly use maybe Highway 100 to try and use to get around that. We've also got an accident on southbound 43 right in the Marquette at the 94 westbound. The right shoulder is blocked now. And then we have the other one on 4394 southbound at Beecher. It's off on the right shoulder. It looks like there's multiple cars involved with this. So everything is out of traffic at least. Westbound 94, watch for hefty ride from 20th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. Traffic is brought to you by Safe Plow. When winter hits Wisconsin, Safe Plow keeps driveways and businesses clear with no-tolerance snow removal. They handle the blizzard so you can handle your business. Visit safeplow.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, a chance of rain and snow, cloudy, blustery, a low of 23. Tomorrow, falling temperatures, mostly cloudy with a chance of snow showers, a high of 25. Weather is brought to you by National Liquor Mart at 16th and National in Milwaukee, packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
Is it time to buy an engagement ring?
Or a big anniversary diamond?
Kessler's has diamonds that come from diamond mines.
And we also have diamonds that come from plasma chambers.
When you see the size of the diamond you can afford when you look at our high-tech newborn created diamonds,
you're going to be happy, happy, happy.
And with approved credit, our financing plans make anything possible.
Our selection of engagement rings is beyond compare.
And our custom design department can modify any ring in any way you choose.
Anyone who says they can give you a better ring
or a better diamond
or a better price
has never been to Kessler's.
And our miraculous no small print warranty says,
if you bought it at Kessler's, it's guaranteed.
It's just that simple.
And all maintenance is free forever.
No charge.
Yes, it really is that miraculous.
You found a partner you want to share your life with.
When you're ready to celebrate,
we've got a diamond for that.
Find the Kesslers nearest you at KesslersDiamonds.com.
Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center is teeing off the new year with another can't-miss tournament and 1,000 in cash prizes up for grabs. Hey, ESPN Milwaukee, this is Gary Ellison, inviting you to a 2-man scramble at the legendary Kapalua Plantation Course, all played on Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center state-of-the-art simulators. Sign up now at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com. It's just $120 per team, and you must get your round in by January 31st. Your chance to take on Kapalua Plantation Course starts today.
Now, we all experience daily struggles, and with so many concerns to be conscious of, breathing should not be one of them. Mark Tauscher here for Advent, and if you're like me and have had snoring issues, sinus problems, or difficulty breathing, then you'll want to meet the team at Advent. The team of Advent specialists have a few simple steps to help evaluate your individual limitations and get you back to breathing well. Since Advent addressed my snoring and nasal breathing issues, I feel great. I've never slept better, and my wife Sarah is incredibly appreciative. The team of Advent specialists listened to my struggles, found the best solution for me, and customized it to my needs. Take my word for it and go to adventknows.com to learn more about simple solutions to snoring, sleep apnea, and nasal breathing problems. And schedule your appointment today, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Bucks fans, you buy one ticket, and ESPN Milwaukee will buy the second one. That's the kind of math that we like, and I know you'll like.
Wait a minute, that's a great deal.
This Thursday only, grab Bucks buy one, get one tickets for select upcoming home games with seats starting as low as $20. Watch the Bucks take on teams later this month and early in February. This buy one, get one ticket offer includes games against the defending NBA champs, Oklahoma City, at Dallas, Chicago, and more. But hurry, this deal is only on Thursday, so tune in to ESPN Milwaukee on Thursday for details on how you can score the buy one, get one e-ticket offer to an upcoming Bucks game. Jamming to some unlicensed music here on Kyle Brust Nortman. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, and that's Strofe running the show. And it's time now for Wheel of Strofe.
It's time for the
Wheel of Strofe.
Oh, yeah, baby. It's another day and another bucket already here on the Wheel of Strofe. I got a wheel. I got topics. We're going to spin the Wheel of Strofe.
Good spin, Strofe.
Very good.
Good spin.
Uh-oh.
Go! Boy. Real close, but no dice for you three fellas. I'm fascinated, as we've talked much about. What do you mean, uh-oh?
Sometimes you are fascinated with something and then you don't actually give us a prompt. You just say what's on your mind and then it goes nowhere.
Well, that's on you for not being a good on-air host.
Damn.
So,
I just let him say things.
I didn't mean that. I'm fascinated by the openings across the league. There is now 9 head coaching openings in the National Football League. There are 32 teams. That's over 25% of the league needs a new head
Nerd man.
Nerd man.
But the other part that fascinates me about this is the fact that owners tend to really revel in the limelight when they're looking for a new head coach. Like the owners are saying, hey, well, here's why I fired this guy, or, well, here's what we're looking for in our next guy that's going to lead our football players.
This is Strofe pretending to be a billionaire.
I thought I nailed it.
Is that how billionaires sound to you?
Well, Brad, you're the closest one. How'd I do?
I mean, pretty good.
No,
the air of confidence.
That's
what the
Steve Bisciotti.
They have a cadence. They have a presence.
Steve Bisciotti is the
They
owner.
have muscles or not just skin and bones.
There is no skin and bone millionaires like that, is there?
Steve Bisciotti is the owner of the Baltimore Ravens and was asked at his press conference today if Tyler Loop had made that game-winning field goal against the Steelers last week, would John Harbaugh still be the head coach of the Ravens? Here's his response.
If Tyler Loop makes that field goal, is John Harbaugh still here coaching this team?
For a week.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, that's a billionaire right there.
Oh, wow.
For a week.
Yeah.
Try and be that, Strofe.
Try that one, Strofe.
Try that on for size, buddy.
Wow.
He was mid-water sip when he did that.
Wow.
That was ruthless, by the way.
That was
for a guy that coached your team for 18 years.
He was done. He was over. He was ready to divorce.
Something must have happened behind this.
How long would John Harbaugh have been the coach if he won the Super Bowl this year? He wouldn't.
For a week. Boy, that sounds like a man that is.
But I will say,
life.
owners get the opportunity to really flex. Only every once in a while, and this is their opportunity to do it.
I was gonna say,
the sheriff in town?
He already made his decision. He's not going to be like, oh, he still would have been the coach. Like, what do you want him to say? Of course, he's going to say a week. He's going to be witty. So they got to be billionaires. Wheel!
Not to work the room.
Strove!
Yeah, man.
Indeed.
I kind of wish the Packers were owned by somebody
What
sometimes.
was that sound?
I don't know. Did you
Bad
break the wheel?
Strove?
Very bad.
There we go.
There you go. It is a little janky. Maybe we should get a new wheel for next year.
Well, I threw it right last week.
It's
remember?
very greased.
Uh-oh. Strove, what's wrong?
Brad. All right, Brad, the floor is yours.
Push-ups. Was it hurting? Last time we had to do push-ups and you were in this position, Javier from California was calling you out. So you're telling me that you feel more formed than you once did, Kyle Wallace?
I feel good.
He feels good. Is the number 20 for the New Year's, or is it, we should do like 26 for 2026?
Hell.
26 push-ups. At least you're beating these guys, Kyle.
I found a
I
screw
tried to
on
push
the
my
ground.
bin probably goes down really slow and up slow.
I was told that going faster doesn't make it better. If you take your time,
if
it's
you're
actually
looking
going
for
to.
actual muscle growth.
Yeah.
The descent being nice and slow helps burn that muscle more.
So am I wasting my time?
No, you're still
You're not
getting
wasting your
work.
time, just getting stronger. It's just I'm
But
trying to
when we are-
maximize the push-ups when I
But we are
have
on air,
read on
so-
the wheel of Strove.
Yeah, we are on air. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
you know,
have a job to
Probably
get
be better.
All right, here we go. Let's try again. Wheel of Strove.
Strove, how many did you do?
Oh, my goodness.
Strove, what
Did you
are we
break a
doing?
piece?
He hit the mic with the wheel.
Dude, you are so I hope Bears fans aren't watching this.
Because you hit the microphone.
You are
Well,
a mess.
Two came out.
Jesus, Strove.
Oh, my God.
Pegs
The wheel's
flipping out
broken.
everywhere.
Whose wheel was that? Wasn't that our prize wheel?
Just give us a topic,
There
man.
are
Fix it
3
later.
out of
This
10
is
pegs
bad.
missing now.
Oh, no. I think we might have to retire the wheel. Barry Alvarez on Matt LaFleur's late game struggles on the Barry Alvarez Show, ESPN Madison.
The head coach has a lot to do with it, and how he can incite his team and how he motivates his team. But your veteran leadership in the NFL and in college, it's your senior leadership. It's how those guys motivate a team, and normally the coach works through the players, because the best teams, the leadership comes from within. It's not the coach leading the team.
I agree with Barry. This is basically the conversation we just had.
Did you guys hear what I heard, though?
There's a lot to do with it, and how he can incite a crowd.
Did he almost say incite a crime?
Crowd.
No, crowd.
Oh.
And then he meant
Incite a crowd, but he meant his guys.
Yeah. Again, this conversation goes.
Is Barry Alvarez Italian by chance?
I don't know what Alvarez is.
If he feels like he's got
His nickname
Italian
is the
vibe.
Don.
So incite a crime would be on brand.
Yes.
Alvarez is a Spanish-Portuguese last name.
What about his mother's side?
Oh, that's a good question. I couldn't tell you.
Those
Don't
Italian
know,
mamas.
don't know his mother's maternal mother's last name.
It is the problem, though. I mean,
Maiden
there's
name.
really no veteran leadership that's very vocal to lean on. I mean, I guess McKinney and
Again,
Love and Jacobs.
The concept
Micah.
from Coach Alvarez is 100% right, but is the makeup of the team, especially for the Packers, one where it could lead within based off how Goody builds the roster? You can make the argument to be tougher. Doesn't mean it's not possible, but it'll be tougher based off how he builds roster.
Man, it's just a
more falls on the
shame.
floor.
It's a shame that these first-round defensive linemen haven't been able to step up. Devontae Wyatt got hurt. That hurt us. But we need somebody.
LVN
else.
actually wasn't bad the last couple games.
LVN?
Mm-hmm.
No, he wasn't bad. I think he
Ravens game and in that Bears game, he had some moments.
I mean,
more moments than he had in his first 2 years. But as the
improved for
13th
him.
overall pick, it's bad that we're talking about moments.
Yeah, I mean, not up to a 13th overall pick standard, but better than what he once was.
Because when you draft on potential, this is what you get. Rashawn Gary potential, LVN potential, and guys just haven't really lived up to it 100% consistently.
That is it for the Wheel of Strofe. No Professor Big
Maybe
Daddy
ever.
J.A. John Anderson. I'm going to help Strofe fix up the Wheel of Strofe, and we wrap up our show before Marquette basketball. Next.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
You said they are a reflection of their head coach. Yes, he's soft, as he proved with you by signing that damn jersey you had on. You think Campbell would have signed that jersey?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. On this show, it's always football season.
How can their roster building technique be a little more beneficial to them handling the highs and lows of games and of seasons?
Wilde and Tauscher, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
I'm not saying we need a bunch of 11th year veterans, but I do think that there is an immaturity to how this team handles themselves.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
St. Anne's Center for Intergenerational Care switched from a previous vendor to business technology from James Imaging Systems. Why? CFO Sally Parente.
The service, the value, and the ease with which we can just keep using their service and not having any big headaches. It's not just all about the money. We're getting value here as well.
Robert Prang, CIO at Tri-City National Bank, likes the fact that James Imaging is local.
So being able to work with a local company like James that has that flexibility with their staff and being able to deliver for us has given us the ability to make the right decisions for our organization.
And Junior Achievement of Wisconsin VP of Enterprise Services, Lori Salzman, had this advice for others.
If anybody is looking for a good partner that is there to help find solutions, call James Imaging.
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Visit jamesimaging.com.
Can you feel it? It's the thrill of witnessing a walk-off grand slam, a game-winning touchdown, a buzzer-beating 3. Yeah, you know the feeling. And there's only one place to experience that raw exhilaration. Potawatomi Sportsbook. Catch all the action in a supreme space with dozens of sports betting kiosks, cool drinks, luxe seating, great food, fiery atmosphere, and a monster video wall. Become a legend at Potawatomi Sportsbook. More info online. Must be 21 to enter casino.
And ESPN Radio Extra Point with Rich Eisen.
The Chicago Bears have got it, man. And exactly what you think about this team, that they can't keep doing it. They can't keep somehow doing it. They didn't take the ball away, which is one of their hallmarks. Jordan Love had 4 touchdown passes and no interceptions. That is a stat line that wins football games, certainly in the playoffs. And as a matter of fact, Josh Allen is the only other quarterback to lose a playoff game with 4 touchdown passes and 0 turnovers. And he did it a divisional round game against the Chiefs. And sure enough, I gotta say it, a guy who looks like the second coming of Mahomes just did it to Love, because this guy can extend a play and make throws off platform like no man other than Mahomes. Rodgers back in the day, and now he's doing it for the Bears. Unreal.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband Ryan died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Kyle, Brust, and Nortman with you until 5 o'clock here on 94.5 ESPN, YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. If you've missed any of our show, the ESPN Wisconsin app is there for you, the palm of your hand. One thing I want to revisit, since I don't think we did a poll today, did we, Strofe? We did do a poll. Well, we can revisit that in a second. Bradley Nortman, you started the show with reasons as to why, if you were Matt LaFleur, you might be thinking about going elsewhere. I'd like you to revisit those because I thought those were interesting. Whether you want LaFleur or not, it is part of a conversation that
buckle up, KBN Nation.
Ad policy Matt LaFleur will be going through. Mark Tauscher said all these were valid. He just doesn't.
Points. And I'm actually going to. Mark Tauscher used an analogy to sort of put me in the argument in its place. I'm going to give a different analogy to show why it's even more credible. But if I'm Matt LaFleur, I'm thinking about my career. I'm thinking about me. I'm putting myself in those shoes and thinking, do I want to be the coach of the Green Bay Packers? Because there's a lot of things going against Matt LaFleur that operate just well outside of what the situation he's in. First of all, that head coach GM relationship, it's strained. It's non-existent. He gets no say in the players that he gets to coach. One guy shows up, the next guy leaves. It's all up to Goody. The strange silo system is a weird way to build a roster and to coach a team. That's always going to be the case here in Green Bay. If I go to a different team, if I'm Matt LaFleur, part of my negotiation is I want some say in the players. I want some say in the evaluation, so I know a little bit about what I'm able to bring to the table. The other thing is, I think the book is written on Matt LaFleur. I mean, 7 years of being the coach in Green Bay, the narrative is cannot win big games, and I blow big leads. The reality is fans, media, probably even players to a certain degree, we are just waiting for that moment, and we'll never have the trust for him going into the big game because it feels like the book is written on him, and just the minute something goes wrong, I can already hear the boos in Lambeau Field thinking that we cannot trust this guy. More than that, he had his opportunity to set the culture. It's too late now. If he comes in, tries to set an identity and a culture, it's just way too late. He's already had these guys. If he goes to a new organization, which he's said to be like the number one coach out there, he has a blank slate, a blank canvas, and he's going to be able to set the culture and probably learn from some of his mistakes that he didn't have before. Additionally, Matt LaFleur, he's a really good builder. He's a really good developer. He's able to resurrect Aaron Rodgers' career, develop Jordan Love, develop Malik Willis, and get this team to where they are consistently a playoff team. But he's not a finisher. He hasn't shown that he can finish games. All those other spots that are open, they would love a guy that can go in there and develop and build, and he can join an organization. Will he be appreciated? In Green Bay, you got Lombardi, you got Favre, you got Rodgers, you got all these guys that Super Bowl's the expectation. That's a hard world to live in. If you go to Atlanta, you go to Arizona, if you just make the playoffs, boy, oh boy, you are going to be revered and beloved.
So what was your analogy, and what did Mark Tauscher come at you about this for, and how do you redact that?
So Tauscher said to me, which was Tauscher's good, right? He's honest. He's done this once or twice. Yeah, he said, what did your parents tell you about when you start something, you
gotta finish it.
You gotta finish it. You gotta
He ain't no child, though.
But what I'm thinking about more is,
Manny Mouse.
If I'm telling my child, you know what? If you're in a relationship, you want to be appreciated. Sometimes there's just too much scars, and if there's bitterness that has entered the relationship, maybe you can't resolve it, because when you do the cooking, when you clean the house, when you bring in the money, I want there to be a level of appreciation. If you're holding me to the standard that is just so hard to be able to attend to, maybe it's just best if we go our separate ways and you engage in a relationship where you get the thank yous when you cook a nice meal, when you get the thank yous when the paycheck hits the bank account. I think Matt LaFleur would be, not only would he enter a situation where he'd have more say, more money, more ability to have some leverage in his new situation, because he is highly sought after and there's lots of openings, so he'd have the ability to have leverage to get what he wants. I think he'd be appreciated there. Some of these languishing franchises, I mean, you could go through the list. They would love to have a guy like Matt LaFleur, and even just making the playoffs makes his seat ice cold, feet up, reclining and relaxing. Even if he gets that extension in Green Bay, his seat will still be very warm and will be very critical of Matt LaFleur. That's why if I'm Matt LaFleur, I'm thinking I want to go to the relationship there I'm actually appreciated, not where I have crazy Super Bowl expectations every year.
Crazy?
That is.
Crazy. He's had 7 years to be able to get to a Super Bowl.
Exactly.
Crazy. I don't think it's crazy Super Bowl expectations. I just don't want for the guy to go into negotiating thinking that, okay, well, I got 1 foot out the door. I want him to go in wholeheartedly, because this is what this organization needs. We are so close to reaching the goals that we want to get to as a Packers
How do you
team.
say that?
Because
with 3 straight 7 seeds.
Dude, not that close.
You guys are crazy, because what you are missing is this.
We're crazy.
Yes.
70-80% of people on the floor gone.
Yeah, we're in the game when it matters.
I understand that, but to say they're not close is crazy to me, because, again, this is an excuse, but it's also a reality. The reality of football is guys get hurt, and that's what happens. But when you have a guy in an all-pro elite type guy and Michael Parsons goes down, that's tough. When you have a guy in Tucker Kraft, which we all can agree, Tucker Kraft was ascending to be a top 3, for sure top 5 tight end in the NFL this year. And then on top of that, you're talking about Zach Tom, which at the end of last year, he was seen as the 3rd best right tackle in the NFC, also go down during a crucial period where you lost to the Denver Broncos and he
does Kyle Wallace hold Matt LaFleur's water? 800-990-3776.
The second best defensive lineman for the Green Bay Packers is whom?
I stopped listening. You've been saying the same thing about how much you love Matt LaFleur, and you don't have high expectations anymore. You lost 4 of your top 22 players on the roster, and really 4 of your top players on both sides of the ball. That's tough to overcome. This team was that close to a Super Bowl. Injuries derailed it. That's why I say run it back. Run it back. All right. Sounds good, Kyle. You've lowered your expectations.
Stop it. We still want Super Bowl.
We're so close. We're so close.
Injuries derail folks, man.
We're hardly in the zip code of a Super Bowl.
That's a lie. Y'all don't want to say anything.
They're in the same state.
Brad, you sent a text message during the Denver game saying this team is cooking. This team looks like a Super Bowl. I still got the message.
But not when it matters. But not when it matters.
Some changed after that. You know what changed.
Matty Mouse. Matty Mouse had the team show up against the Ravens, and they got cooked by Derrick Henry.
Marquette basketball coming up next.
KBN's the show that never ends.
Well, things are doing a little bit better on southbound 894. We did have that crash that had the ramp from 894 southbound to the Rock Freeway southbound closed. That has been cleared up. We do still have backups out of the Zoo interchange to Lincoln, and then from Beloit Road down through the Hale interchange to about Forest Home. Eastbound 94, we got backups from 84th Street to Hawley. Westbound's pretty heavy from 17th Street all the way to about Hawley Road. And then that earlier accident southbound on 43 in the Marquette, that's been cleared. Delays, though, from Keefe all the way down through the Marquette and over the high-rise bridge. Traffic is brought to you by Safe Plow. When winter hits Wisconsin, Safe Plow keeps driveways and businesses clear with no-tolerance snow removal. They handle the blizzard so you can handle your business. Visit safeplow.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, chance of rain, then snow, cloudy and blustery with a low of 23. Tomorrow, falling temperatures, mostly cloudy with a chance of snow showers, a high of 25. Weather's brought to you by Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center in Waukesha. Another 2-man scramble tournament is underway. Play the Kapalua Plantation course for a shot at cash prizes. Must play by January 31st. Sign up now at wisconsinindoorgolfcenter.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center is teeing off the new year with another can't-miss tournament and 1,000 in cash prizes up for grabs. Hey, ESPN Milwaukee, this is Gary Ellison, inviting you to a 2-man scramble at the legendary Kapalua Plantation course, all played on Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center state-of-the-art simulators. Sign up now at wisconsinindoorgolfcenter.com. It's just $120 per team, and you must get your round in by January 31st. Your chance to take on Kapalua